$1 million butt. When you climax,
Oh, God.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
And
now.
Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but
When she
she's
cuts-
a great actress, but she sucks in that
She
movie.
cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is
Oh,
very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
you, John.
I can quote Speed too.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Garfield and Friends from Fickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times a hill.
Yeah, I hate that one.
It doesn't matter. That's
Well,
just an
yes,
image.
but there are two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of
Oh,
them.
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one,
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready,
Ready
Ready.
two,
to
party!
We're ready
to party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on in, come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends. And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. It's a little bit more to it.
Oh my god, I'm like tearing up
I
here.
just got a
Good one.
Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You
You
okay?
were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out.
I can't.
Do it.
Move.
Put your
Oh shoot.
Ah!
Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay.
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
get. What don't you get?
What is that?
Your
I don't
it
get
says
it.
your fourth at. So if you go at and then you go down the list, number
I
4.
don't get the picture.
Do you like? Okay, I'm holding Patrick. Does he trust me?
Oh, that's not Patrick though.
No.
It's a meme.
It's going over my head. I don't get it.
Okay.
It just they post a picture and it says your fourth at is holding on to you. Do you trust him or her in this situation? So meaning,
Oh, so you were his fourth at?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think Alex could hold up
No.
Patrick?
And then Patrick said, at cute kitty, which is me on Twitter, by the way, cute_kitty. I trust her, but don't think she would be able to hold my fat ass up.
Well,
We're both falling.
I'm not sure the three of us could hold Patrick up.
I'm sure with enough
I
adrenaline, we could figure things out.
Well, just
think
like
so.
think about the physics. If he's falling,
If he's already falling,
Wait,
and
let me see
we
the
were
picture.
holding on. We'd have to have secure footholds.
that's for any even Quentin,
Sure.
like Quentin too.
Sure. I mean,
Remember
yeah.
when we
It
tried to
took
move him for the
6
Yes.
men to
6
carry
men to carry Quentin?
Quentin in.
Just think about, and
And Quentin's the same height as
This sounds
Patrick.
bad, but
so-
dead weight. You know, and
Yeah.
what it takes to maneuver dead
I mean,
weight.
I
do
agree.
you see this guy's veins? I mean, he's like stretching out like I'm gonna catch
We
you.
don't have those veins.
No, we don't. Welcome back to PTOUnlimited podcast. This was weird. Episode 298. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
Yeah, you're
I
good,
threw
you're good.
myself
Patrick,
off.
Patrick,
Did
just
it
to give you
again.
credit here,
You
and
messed
give,
up the podcast.
give
again.
myself credit, by the way.
Brett.
I would hold on for dear life for you all, babe.
Well,
Aw.
you would attempt to, and then you'd be falling.
And we would die together, all babe.
Romeo and Juliet. And Crystal wouldn't even be jealous.
And she wouldn't even be jealous.
So there's a thing going on between Crystal, Patrick, me, and Alex where they
Pineapples, Josh.
that doesn't make
I
any
know, I
sense
know,
to anybody else. It's
I
an
know,
inside joke.
I know, but he's
Um,
gonna laugh.
So Crystal and Patrick were calling me out last week because of me mentioning 13 Ghosts being a gory movie. And
Isn't it?
no, not
It's-
really.
It's really not
I
that
just
bad.
out of my head, I just came up with something that I would never watch again due to the fact that it's stupid. And that was one of them. Just thinking about a horror movie that's stupid anyway. There's a lot of them out there. They exist in this world. But anyways, I digress. So today is the anniversary of the first Boston Marathon held 125 years ago.
Wow.
They started it that long ago.
That long ago.
Oh, I thought that was like in the last like 20 years, maybe.
Yeah, 24.5 miles is when it started. Now it's 26. Would you do a marathon ever in your life?
Yeah.
I know. Okay, Brett.
If I was younger and like I enjoyed running, and I was a distance
Did you ever
runner.
enjoy running?
Yeah, I did when I was really young, like in junior high, because
When we were working out, you were doing the treadmill with Alex. You and her
never
were
just running though. It
Oh
was
wait,
always,
I'm
No,
confusing
he
you.
was doing like
I did
the
elliptical.
the elliptical.
Yeah.
The arch
Greg
center.
was competing with you at the gym. You and he would do miles.
Who?
Greg.
when we
At-
were
in
in
Chicago.
Yeah. Greg
So,
and I would compete.
We would go to the gym with Greg in Chicago.
Yeah.
The same way that we went with you.
I especially wouldn't now, especially like outside, because it's so hard on your joints and your knees.
Mm.
It's actually way easier and nicer for you to go and run in grass and uneven territory like that than it is to just go and run on the asphalt because
Sure.
you're gonna fuck up your shins.
Yeah, right. So yeah,
I knew a lot of people that ran like cross country that had shin splints that were super painful.
I hated
Alex
it
had
when
'em.
I had them all the time because it would always
also
be
due to your shoes.
well, it would always be like messed up because they'd say like all week we're gonna be practicing by running around like on uneven sidewalks and then running in the grass, and then all of a sudden we would go on like a Friday for a meet, which is like what you call a track competition is called a meet, and then we'd run on the track for the actual competition. And I was in 2 to 3 races, and you have to run your heart out after running on uneven ground. So like that kind of like pound force on
do
your
that
toes.
on microphone. That sounds great, Alex.
That's why I did that. I did that for dramatic
I did
effect.
it for you.
But that kind of like pound on your toes really sends, and then you have to learn how to run on your toes for speed. And that
I used to do that as a kid
force
anyway.
goes
so.
up your shins, and it hurts
a
so
good
bad.
track it's got like the
Okay, we had a good track. There was like maybe one other high school, like Homestead or something, that had an okay track. Everyone else was like asphalt.
Do you remember doing
And it
jumping
was
jacks
bad
as a kid, and you think you could just do them forever?
No.
Oh.
I know. Well, I remember doing them. I never thought I could do them forever.
Well, did they ever tire you out?
You ever
I
you ever
don't
just
remember
jump
that.
rope?
Like I remember jump ropes tiring me out as a kid. But I'm trying to think of like simple, like okay, the arm spins, the simple arm spins. Did that ever wear you out as a kid?
I don't remember doing those.
I can barely do 10 sometimes
I know, it's just
when
like-
we're warming up for our regular warm up.
I know.
I
It's
can't
so
do
good.
anything with longevity.
I know, but when
this
it
day and
comes
age.
to jumping jacks, what's longevity, bro?
If I
10?
get through 20, I'd be impressed with myself.
Well, yeah, like we do it for maybe 30 seconds, and I'm just like,
Me, when I'm just jumping up and down, most of the time I have to like
what
I
happened?
have to have like a super nice supportive bra on, because if not, then I just jump up.
20
and down
years
one
ago,
spot.
I could have ran around this freaking
How
area.
do you guys do it without any support?
Oh, it doesn't feel good sometimes.
Oh, it
I have,
doesn't?
I've pulled something playing basketball once. I'm sure. I hope I don't have any scarring.
I mean, because we've got upper stuff to worry about bouncing around, and then you guys just have that thing.
That thing.
You know, that thing.
Well, 3 things. But
Well, you have 3 things. I mean, some people only have some of them.
so how's the new job, Josh?
It's great, actually.
We're kinda
so you
slap
went
happy.
yesterday and
Weekly
today?
update. Yes, I've been in for 2 days already. I've been on site.
Yeah.
Get these hands. You get hands for Christmas. No, I've been at work twice now. Getting up at really early times. Yesterday I got up at 7 a.m. because they didn't want me in until 9, and even though I got there at 9, they didn't have my stuff ready until 11, and I was even installing stuff all day yesterday. And I got Adobe today, so I was able to do a project.
Yay! Hooray!
You're about to high five me again, but it would've
I
been
did,
weird.
but I was like, my hand hurt.
Did I hit you hard?
Well, no, Shelby got me with this hand today with a high five, and then you got me with that one, and I had fresh lotion on this hand, so it's kind of stinging a little
Oh,
bit.
okay.
Do you have an office?
Yeah.
He's got his own
Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Yeah, he has his own office. Like,
This
it's
is before
not
I
a
got-
cubicle, and it's not a tiny, and he has a window.
Oh yeah, I have a.
They even
nice-
gave him a window.
I'm gonna send an updated photo to Discord, so if you, as long as I
Do
have
you
everything
get to
turned on.
personalize your office?
I think so. I mean, I haven't.
I don't
really-
know why you
yeah.
wouldn't.
But here's a. Let me do a landscape shot. Yeah, there we go. You don't really need to see that corner. That's just my window. But there you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I hope you can get at least one more monitor.
I have 3
he
monitors.
has 3.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do with one monitor.
Well,
As
the
a graphic
laptop still
designer.
counts as one too,
Oh, okay.
and I have an issue. It's an Apple. So I am.
the
Oh, it's an
computer's
it's
an
it's a
Apple?
Mac. Oh yeah, it's a brand new
Wow.
Mac.
Well, I don't know a lot of graphic designers, but
They all love Mac,
yeah.
so I'm getting used to it. I'm
Okay.
not
It's
hating
just
it.
like basically a dumbed down
Hey,
version
well,
of Android.
I like, I'm an Apple guy, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I could use, like, for my computer,
As a Mac, you're
I don't
right.
know if I could use a Mac and know what I'm doing.
I started off
It's
using
okay.
Mac.
I'm
and
able to
then
get
moved to Windows.
since Apple's moved forward in the world. You can use a Windows keyboard with it, so I at least have
Sure.
that ability to not have to deal with the command button instead
Right,
of
right.
hitting the Windows button, and I'm not hitting 2 buttons, I'm hitting 1. The mouse is compatible. I'm using Logitech, so I have a right click. So I'm not
Okay.
even. It doesn't even feel like I'm using a Mac
Sure,
really.
sure.
So the only thing I'm not getting is you can snap everything on Windows.
Uh-huh.
Like if you want something on one side.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Macs don't do that.
No.
You have to set that up yourself.
Oh
Like
my
you have to.
God.
I want this window here, this size, like this and this. I'm like,
Do you still
tedious.
need to do that with having multiple monitors?
Yeah. So I finished my first project today. So
Did they expect you to
Did
get
you
it
get
done
graded
today?
on it?
no. Well, I went to my superior, said, "Is this how you would do this?" And she said, "Well, just do this one thing, send it to them, and see if they like it. And if they do, it's done." I sent it to him. It's done.
Okay then.
I did my first project today already.
High five, man.
So cool.
Well,
I'm
that's
so
good.
excited for you.
What are you gonna do as far as like? Are you going every other day? Are you gonna go?
I get to
3
choose.
days,
I'm gonna
what you're
do
doing
it. This week I'm doing Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday I'll be here, and then Friday they're giving me my vacation, hiring in, so I'll be gone Friday through Monday. So
Oh, like you predetermined.
Yeah,
'cause of the
they're
trip
just
we're
like, hey,
taking
when
this
can you
weekend.
start? Oh, by the way, I'm gonna be out of town. Oh, that's
they
fine.
never gave me a start date until last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever when they
Right.
called me, and I was like, well, since you guys never gave me a date, I didn't give this information to you until now. So sorry. Is that off?
Yes.
Sounds like I'm speaking right into it.
No.
Do I need to turn it more?
Yes.
Okay.
There.
And then like today I've like they took me out to lunch yesterday and everything, and I got to I'm in South Bend at all. No, it's college town.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of
He's like
I'm right downtown.
Right down. I can't say down the street, but right down like the highway, like right down the highway from
Michigan.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like he's like right there.
Yeah. So it's about an hour 45-minute drive, hour 50 sometimes. I've beat Google Maps every time. So I'm like today Google Maps said I wouldn't get home until
Has
7.
it been bad traffic or decent?
That's fine so far. There's construction now on 30, so that's
Of
fun.
course.
There's lanes taken down,
Yeah.
so that
Mhm.
sucks. But yeah, no, today I got to do my first 6 o'clock traffic. I got up early, and I got up at 6 a.m. and got out the door and in at 8 a.m. there. So it's not awful. And Alex and I are like, well, financially, I think this will be okay for a while. So we're gonna map it out and see what we can do.
Yeah. No. I know it will be.
Well, at this point right now, we're happy, but I don't know how
Yeah,
long I can do
I'm
these
happy.
drives.
There is a thing called a raise.
Well, and again,
But hey, it's fun. I like doing it.
hopefully they can. I mean, your job could be done completely remotely,
Absolutely.
Yes.
so maybe they'll.
Aside from like meetings,
Right.
but everything has been done through
Yeah,
Zoom.
even if you had to go one day a
we
week,
even have backgrounds for everybody to use on Zoom. Like
Yeah,
everybody has that
yeah.
now. Like you can green screen yourself out. It's so crazy how Zoom
Oh,
is
so people don't have
run.
to see like your house or something.
Right.
Oh.
So when I interviewed, I didn't do that. They saw my background. They saw my studio. I was like,
well, that's fine. You can show
whoops,
it
I
off. Just be
could've-
like, oh, hey, by the way, I have like this studio.
oh yeah, they said that.
and-
They asked
Do
about it and
you-
everything.
Do you have the podcast on your resume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah, I have our
You put it down
video game
under like
streaming.
under like your hobbies and stuff,
Yeah.
like to show what you do. Like a lot of employers like seeing that.
they
type
like
of
seeing
stuff.
that you're busy doing something out of work other than just nothing. or
What's your
nothing
hobbies?
nothing to show
Hanging
for.
out with my friends, talking on a
I don't think I have
microphone
it-
once a week.
I don't think I have it listed as a hobby. It's just on there that I kind of,
It's an activity
I
that
think
you.
I have it as co-founding, co-producing.
Ah,
I
yeah,
just-
No, I didn't- I didn't
stretch.
That's a
actually,
really
but-
good way of. You should change it. I mean,
Yeah.
not that it
Not
matters
that-
anymore.
After a year and a half.
Hey, you know what? You know what happened yesterday was really funny. I should actually go to them. I didn't go to HR or anybody because I don't know who to talk to.
Yeah.
I got a text from my staffing company that they have positions open.
So so the ironic thing about this whole thing, we would tell people is like, so Josh has been unemployed for like 13 months, right? And he gets his first real job that he wants. He gets hired by a place that calls people to find them jobs.
Yeah, it's really awesome. it's so ironic. But me doing freelance for the past year has gotten us along this far.
I feel like you've done a really good job, like improving on certain skills and stuff that's
Right.
going to help you out with this.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I just got to work on my socializing.
I know, right? Like now you're back in. You're like,
Why do you think I'm so bubbly
like,
now?
who do I
I'm
talk to?
I had to go.
Josh
and-
is like, I saw people today.
I met people.
There was somebody with a T-shirt on, and this person was wearing shoes. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I don't have nearly the interaction, especially with strangers, that I used to.
Well, they're not going
at
to
my
become
current
strangers for
job.
me anyway. They're going to be my only coworkers, really.
Right, I mean, I have my coworkers,
Yeah.
but the only like non-coworkers I see now, because at the old job I was seeing customers, but
Yeah.
now I'd see DoorDash drivers as they come in, pick up their stuff, and leave.
Yeah.
You know,
You won't
so-
be seeing me.
They-
You never saw me. I had an
never did,
opportunity, but
Um,
didn't
I had
happen.
an interesting week. So
Yeah.
my-
Oh yeah. So you're promoted.
I did.
How's it
and,
going?
Well, I worked with my boss for like 4 days,
Yeah.
like the first 4 days of having that position, and he went on vacation. And because of staffing, I had to work the weekend, which is fine. I don't mind that, but I had Monday and Tuesday off. Well, Monday and Tuesday are our biggest delivery dates, and the main priority of my position is handling all the receiving. And so it's important to see, because we've have supply chain issues, and we're it's a long story, but basically I didn't get to do some of it because I was working the weekend, and it got a little bit stressful towards the end of the week. And then he came back yesterday, and I told him of my woes, and he's like, well, we'll get you caught up, and
Yeah.
everything is good now. And I share an office, but I have a desk.
Nice. Do you have a window?
No.
Oh.
That's funny, because all the windows, all of them in the building, are frosted.
Oh,
So
really?
I literally,
Aw.
like, I can tell if the sun is shining, but it's all fluorescent lighting, frosted windows. And the only window you can see out of is the window where the dashers stand, that I slide open to hand them their stuff.
Okay. Well, at least you have a slider,
Yeah, well, and our receiving door, can open up, and we're right outside there. But
Right. That's good that you're at least. Are you enjoying your job a little bit?
yeah, I mean, it was kind of stressful.
Just exposure here.
Basically being thrown into the lead on the AMs of the whole site while he was out,
Right.
and again, I've only been there 6 weeks or so
There we go.
just trying to get used to everything, and
Yeah.
handling more than I was handling as just a regular OA, or operations associate is what they're called. So
OA is like, whoa, away. Alex, are you okay? Are you all right?
looking at me funny.
I don't know.
What are you looking
Wait.
OA. I have no idea why.
I was just looking at your hat.
at? Oh, it's white.
No.
No, you want to know why I
I was
bought
thinking
this hat?
what's funny is like I was just thinking that's a very white
Is it
hat.
because you have the Black Vikings hat?
Okay, so it starts with that.
I can't
Oh,
find my
So
black hat either.
That's my favorite hat,
Which one?
the Black Vikings hat.
It's pretty sweet.
I've had it since 09.
I wish I had more. I had purple. I wish I had just a
Now-
little bit.
I don't even care that it says Vikings, even though
Right.
that's fine. But
You got it for Brett Favre.
I did back in when he was on the team in 09.
And that
But
hat looks great.
it's like ageless, but it fits well, and it fits really well with my glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So I left it at Cousin Andrew's at the Super
Ah.
Bowl, and we have attempted to meet up so I can get it, but it hasn't happened. But I wanted to wear a hat because we really don't have a dress code at this job, and I don't always
Ah.
feel like putting stuff in my hair, so I
Yeah.
just wear a hat.
Hmm.
Well, since I couldn't wear my Vikings hat, there was another hat that I got at the traveling job. It was really nice. It fit well with my glasses. So I researched what kind it was, and I just found a plain hat
Oh,
of the same kind,
right.
and this is it. But I wanted black, but they didn't have black in the
yeah.
medium to large size. So I got a white one.
Right.
Hopefully it doesn't get disgustingly dirty.
We need to get our PTO hats.
Yes, we do.
They're
Think
very
about
nice.
that.
My dad has one.
Yes, we have seen the stitching.
Yes.
They messed up a little bit, but that's just me being tedious.
Josh, you won't be able to tell because I still can't really tell.
I
Oh,
gotta,
man.
not that I want to jump forward, but we
We
gotta
could-
talk about Mr. Ballin, because you've dropped that on me as
Yeah,
as soon as walked
I
in.
subscribed to him today.
So what made you just subscribe?
I've gone back to all of our shows, and I'm like, you've been talking about a lot of things that you've been checking out, and I've been wanting to see what it was, and one of them was that, and I haven't watched anything yet, but I at least subscribed to him. So I'm like, I want to see. I saw his latest video was about a ghost already. I'm like, is that all of his stuff? Is it paranormal?
So what he says is strange, dark, and mysterious.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know it, but he has a podcast too. It's only got about 20 episodes, but I listened to every single one of them the last week.
Yeah, 9 days ago, boy thought he saw a ghost. The truth is much worse. It's his latest one. He gets millions of views on these
Millions
things.
on his.
And all he's doing is covering his mouth on his thumbnails.
That's funny. I see that.
Oh, shoot. Thumbnails have to be so cheesy, though, to get clickbait. But
so,
it works for him.
Like,
I'm going to be able to watch more of him. I will.
Like, if you need help falling asleep, it's not that he's boring, but
yeah,
it's just, as I said last week, it's weird to say as an adult, but he is a great storyteller.
Alex loves.
That's what I told you last week. I was just like,
what is it you need to have Brett check out? Top 5. It's the top 15s. It's the 15. Like
no, I watched 2020 is what I watched.
No, on YouTube. What's
YouTube? I just throw on top 5s is what what it's called. It's a YouTube channel called Top 5s.
They do 15 countdowns.
And they're like top 5 like cool bridges in the U.S.
They don't do 5s.
I don't know. Or not top. It's called top 5s, but it's like top 15 is really what it is because it's like in increments of 5.
So, but that voice
it's like
puts
really
Alex
cool.
to sleep.
Oh yeah, it's like watching the Discovery Channel kind of thing.
Sure.
And then but at the same time like it's really interesting and some of it I'm like falling asleep and I'm like, oh wait, whoa, that's really cool. And then I'll go right
like he does modern marvels and big vehicles and just little things here and there you don't think about.
His podcasts, they're short. They're anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes, but every single one of them so far have been like crime related and crime stuff that's been very interesting. Sometimes the ending is predictable, but sometimes it really throws you for a loop, and it kind of warns you ahead of time, like the conclusion of the story is not what you think it was going to be. So.
You do learn, good. By the way, you learn some interesting facts, and one of them, like, I wouldn't have guessed what the number 1 was, but it was like I was watching top 5 most expensive or largest man-made projects, and number 1 was, it's in the world, and number 1 was actually in the U.S., and it is, you wouldn't have thought of it, because everybody else, all the other things were like these giant buildings and bridges, and...
What do you think the United States is known
what do you
for
think
that we don't think about?
Yeah, because out of the United States, nowhere else really has this. And we use it every day.
Well, not every day, but...
Well, a lot of us use it every day and don't think about it.
Like a train?
It's the interstate.
Travel.
It's the interstate.
Interstate.
Oh, okay.
So it's the largest, most
expensive man-made project.
Extremely expensive to maintain.
But if you think about all of the highways, all the interstate system of the United States.
They don't have that anywhere else.
They don't have that anywhere else. They've
got
trains.
Think about that.
Like people, you go across the seas, you go to Europe. People are like, "What's an interstate?" You go on the train.
But I'm pretty sure they're also maintained by the states that they lie in.
They are.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't go through Arkansas, man. Or Mississippi. Both they're pretty bad on their interstate. We're bouncing, man, and not a good bounce either. Oh, shoot. I was going to mention something while you were talking about those Marbula, the Marbula ones. Those are
always amazing.
The marble races.
But that's still too. That's
also intense.
That's also intense because you're trying to fall asleep and you're watching the marbles race and you're like, freaking,
who's going to win?
Go, Blackie. Like let's go.
I root for the lime ones or the sitting ducks.
What are mine called?
Yours is the Razzers. You like the Raspberry Racers?
Raspberry Racers, yeah.
Well, one of them's name is Razzer. They have names. He names his marbles.
I know, but you can tell which one's what. Like the Galaxy ones are my favorite too.
Yeah,
the Galaxy ones.
Playing and watching. We have some stuff.
Did you guys watch the video of the funniest hit the pitcher from baseball that I put? Because nobody said anything.
What? Oh, I did. I thought it was hilarious. I liked it.
It hit a woman in the crotch.
Yes.
What?
I got to watch it.
Actually clutches it and falls down into the fetal position.
It's on group chat.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, it's on group chat. It's really funny.
I didn't look at that.
Yes,
Why did I
liked
look
it.
at that?
I'm
gonna show it on our thing.
It was a really quick, I looked at it as I was leaving work and I was like, what the hell?
Careful, Alex.
Are you gonna watch it right now?
I did.
Are you gonna watch it now, Josh?
I'm getting it up here on our screen.
Oh,
You good, Alex?
I'm good.
Man, I went
hope
like
so.
About
tons
knocked
of
over my
games
shit.
without hitting a pitcher, and now I feel like I hit one every other game. So
Yeah, you were complaining about I can't
it's like,
I can't seem to get it.
I can't. I haven't hit one in
Switch my
forever.
accounts. Who cares? It's me. Just fucking sign in.
Can't you hit? Oh, you did.
There. I get mad at computers now. I used to not. My freaking my Vikings play was pretty sweet too.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, I don't want it to play right now. I want it to be larger screen. Open video new tab. There we go. Oh no, shut. There we go. It's gonna have sound on here, but I can play it on our thing.
Hitter, sturdy wood.
It's a 1 man crotch. Huh? Oh!
Okay, so if you listen again, you can hear like the crunch of her crotch caving in.
I gotta put
I'm serious. Put your headphones on and listen. You just hear like this.
All right, we're gonna have desktop audio on. Let's see.
It's like you hear her balls crunch, man.
Broken pelvis.
Oh my god, that is the worst. You hear it go.
No, it's not even a kunk. It's like
Oh.
like
That
crunch.
is awful.
Right in her crotch,
She
man.
just falls like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, I mean, look at her. She's dead.
I know, man.
Look at her. She's
Bye.
literally holding
Oh, I
it.
love it.
Oh my god.
I don't. That's just. Do you play it literally just to try to like?
I would at this
I
point.
swear, I
No.
swear you do. Like you swear you play this just to try to hit the.
That's just the bonus. I really try to win.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
Wait, he
shoot.
runs up after.
Well, yeah, they
So-
gotta go
well,
check
no, the catcher's going to get the ball so he can throw the guy out.
Oh, he doesn't even care. It's just.
The play's still running. They know what they're
Oh.
doing.
Still, the ball's still alive.
All right.
It's like on. You remember the movie Benchwarmers?
Yes.
Well, Rob Schneider's like, no, I'm going to keep this one in play. It's 17-0. He hits the kid in the chest, and the whole team runs over to look at him, and he's running the base, and he's like, ball's still alive, chumps.
Yep. That's such a rough movie to watch because it's a bunch of adult men kicking
Yep.
kids' asses. Oh,
It
shoot.
has a nice story about bullying, though.
It does. It does. I would say so.
Brig, did you mean to say that like that literally just happened? He said, I cut my head when that happened, was shaving my head when that crunch happened.
Oh, when he was shaving his head. When
Were you shaving your head just now and then you watched the video and laughed and sliced your head?
How do you cut your head?
Because-
He
No,
uses
no,
the same thing that I use.
I know. You use a skull shaver.
How
so,
did
like,
How did you just cut yourself with
How-
a skull shaver?
you-
Oh,
can't.
when I shaved my head, I used a razor. This was
This is not
20 years
Yeah,
ago.
like I say, I was like, you got
the same thing I
yeah, and it's like the coolest thing ever.
Maybe he just nicked it.
Maybe he nicked it.
talent.
He said yeah. He said yeah. He cut.
Is meant to concave.
Maybe he thought it was really funny.
It's meant to be pushed in. It's not meant. Yeah. How did you cut yourself? How does that feel? That there's no way.
You're not supposed to be able to cut
There's
yourself.
you can't. You can't.
Well, it is Brig.
You use straight razor? Why did you stop using the skull shaver, you
You know-
dick?
Josh. Oh, he said I use a straight razor now. I was gonna say I was like only Brig would figure out how to
straight
cut himself
razor?
with
You mean like
cut himself with
like
the
old school
the skull
barber?
shaver.
Yeah.
that's
Quentin does that.
terrible.
All right, well, Brig, that's
That's
not
like
our
his
fault
head?
that you're watching
you
our
shake
show
his
and
head.
accidentally hurt yourself.
But no,
Yeah.
dude.
Do we
you
need to
bought
put
this
do we
thing.
need
Why
to put
aren't
a
you using
disclaimer
it?
disclaimer on our
Maybe-
podcast?
Maybe it doesn't get as bald as he likes.
It goes all the way.
Oh,
down.
it goes all the way down. Yeah.
Well, I don't know then. You defend your own self, Brig.
I mean, I'm defending it, and I don't even shave my head.
Oh shoot! What?
Why are you looking at
I was
me?
reading Brig's comments.
Yeah, your skull shaver broke. Oh.
Oh, dude, it's probably got some kind of.
It has a warranty.
Yeah.
Has a 1-year warranty. Oh, okay, playing and watching. We got to get back to
Oh.
that.
Let's get back to
Um,
the show.
We
Damn it, Brig, messing up our show.
yeah, right. Alex and I mean, playing. We've been doing regular stuff on Twitch here and there. Just Fortnite. Patrick has been the best duo teammate ever. We got a
Patrick's
dub
in
together.
chat, by the way.
We got a dub together. We did really well on Fortnite. We freaking kicked ass. Madden, been playing that. Picked up Aaron Rodgers, free agent. So weird.
Yeah.
And he's amazing. I only got a 2-year contract with him. That's fine. My backup was fine. I mean, I was doing fine, but I didn't know what a good passer was until I had a good passer. Like my QB is, his name's Kellen Mond, and before Aaron Rodgers, I pulled Kirk Cousins immediately. I even dropped him. Didn't even care about his contract. He's not good on Madden. He's not. So my backup, he's been doing fine, and I got him up, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna check out free agents just to see. Aaron Rodgers, okay, I'm gonna pick him up for a couple years. Weird that he's in a Vikings uniform, but I'm like, I'm doing the same thing I did with Brett Favre.
Hall of Famer to wear the purple after at the end of his career.
It's kind of interesting, yeah. So that's kind of something that I'm playing around with. It's just a cool thing to do with Madden. You get your own fantasy team, and little did I know I'm gonna have Aaron Rodgers on my squad. As much as I hate him. I did a funny TikTok, by the way. I got to mention this. Yeah, have you watched this where I parachute and I don't hit my chute?
I don't think so.
I can play the normal video. I'll have to show you after. I don't want to mess up any DMCA we might have on here because there's a YouTube video that I cut that I put in there. So I don't want to get in trouble. So just follow my TikTok at _ Mr.L mr.l. But I did a TikTok of me parachuting, and I did like some video editing with it. I got a compliment on it.
Yes, you did.
Someone said that it was like Tim the Tapman stuff, and I was like, that made my day. I was like, it's like, that's my streamer that I watch, and that's the kind of the guy that got me into it normally, and it felt really good hearing that from somebody that I've never met, and doesn't know me. So it felt really good to hear from somebody like that. And I replied to them. And I said, he's my favorite streamer, and got me into it. So it's good to hear. Are you watching anything new? We got a few things to talk about.
I played a couple things.
Oh, you're still playing? Okay.
Oh, you're still playing.
Yes, I did.
Are you still playing Maneater?
I haven't gone back to it yet.
Okay.
But I still have it on there. I played with the Skywalker Saga, which seems to be a huge success, the Lego. I just looked at my backlog or stuff that I have digitally, and I have the original Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy from 360.
I have that somewhere.
It's not very good.
No.
And it's one of the earlier, obviously, Lego games, and they really do a lot better as they go on.
The combat's gotten real good. Their collection.
It's just slow and clunky and just not
Which one was
very
it that
fun.
I played? I think it was 3, actually. Lego Star Wars 3, which would have been the
complete saga.
No, it wasn't complete.
There was the Clone Wars too. Then
maybe it was 2 that I played. No, I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look at my previous games.
When you play Jurassic Park, I think that one, and even the Lego Movie Lego game is really well done. But I've also went back to Lord of the Rings, which is also really well done, and played some Lego Lord of the Rings too. So
yeah. Okay. Well,
and then I put this in our group chat, Flood Fight, which is fun.
The heck was that? Is it just Flood with Firefight?
It's Firefight, but all your enemies are the Flood.
I hate the Flood so much, though.
Really?
Did you like the Flood? Like, do you
didn't mind the content?
I didn't mind the Flood at first.
The library from Halo 1, that gets annoying.
Yes, it does a lot.
Wait a minute, what?
The library.
The library.
Okay, so what are you playing? What Halo are you playing this on?
This is on ODST.
They put the Flood in ODST?
Flood Fight, it's called. Yep.
The Flood wasn't even in there before. Wow, that's crazy.
No, it wasn't. It's not part of that story.
And
there is no Flood in it, ODST, right?
No,
I don't.
No,
no,
it's all on. It's all on New Mombasa, and there's no Flood there. They glassed that thing.
Yeah, I like it, but it's hard. It's hard to do alone. I don't think any firefight was hard to do alone, especially as an ODST and not a Spartan.
We did play some firefight when we played Halo MCC. We played on ODST as well. We played the big orange map.
It's like Mars.
I think I know what that was.
I don't know. I don't like it though.
Why? It's got the big base in the middle.
I don't
Is it
like
because?
it.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of the ODST maps aren't good,
No.
really.
Like
No, I
the
don't,
one we
yeah.
usually play is kind of it goes
It's dipped down.
downhill
Yeah.
and then there's
Yes,
straightaways.
it's like there's a
Yeah.
straightaway. Yeah, I like that one.
And then there's another one that's decent that has like that that like middle like in a circle and there's roads that go around
Mhm.
and kind of stairways up to platforms.
Yes,
That one's
Yeah.
not bad.
I like that
either.
one too.
But this one you're allowed to have vehicles in, which was what I thought would have been fun. But nah.
No, it
nah.
sucked. It was horrible. I lost interest in like 5 minutes.
So we got a lot of people chatting on YouTube, but we appreciate everyone who has
Patrick
joined
asked
us.
me a question.
He did, yes.
Patrick, you're the one the friggin' streaming schedule, so don't ask me when you want to start Doom.
Speaking of stream schedules, mine is not going to change right now yet, so I'll still be doing Wednesday nights because I still have the energy at night. It's kind of crazy to
It's
me.
not gonna last forever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you-
mean, once you get into a rhythm,
When I get into a rhythm, I think I'll be fine.
When
Yeah,
you get into a routine.
I think so.
It might change.
I'm not going to get into a routine right now because
or when your workload becomes more demanding.
right.
Yeah, you'll adjust.
Yeah, it'll eventually.
But I feel you
wane.
because, like, I go in at 7:30 now,
Yeah,
and I still want to, like, I still have to make myself go to bed at midnight.
right. We
Which
went
is
to
not-
bed last night. We got into bed
I
at
think
11
that's
o'clock
what
last
happens
night.
when your job like is not stressing you out ridiculously and
Right.
is not a major drain.
I'll tell you what,
on
I haven't
yourself.
slept well the past
Alex
2
wouldn't
nights.
know what that is.
Would
I'm
you
just
stop?
Like, my eyes are itchy. My nose is running.
Maybe
my,
you should have gotten the
I know,
Zyrtec
I
for
should have
yourself.
gotten the Zyrtec. Like,
Get out of this room if you're gonna hack.
Freaking
the
excuse me.
weather the last 2 days has been just
oh, I'm
awful.
just,
I'm
I'm a
al-
mess right now.
I'd
Like,
almost rather
Go
it
figure
be
yourself out.
winter.
something's going on right here.
Do you need to go?
I'm leaking out of
Do you need
everywhere.
to go clean yourself up?
That's gross.
Shut up, Brett.
No, I lost my train of thought already.
Spring, people are mowing. Quit mowing because
Well, your
it's
grass
stirring
needs
shit up.
cut.
I can't do it right now.
Well, who would
It's
want
too
to?
wet.
Yeah, who would want to? It's terrible out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too wet and
But
it's
it's
cold
going to be
outside.
80
Today
this
was-
weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Jake's
gone.
here.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Jake's
have to
all
do it.
like, Jake's like, I'm
I'll
gonna
mow.
be here. I'll
I can
mow.
mow. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Do it.
You have anything else you're playing?
No.
No. Got some watching stuff. Alex and I watched the movie Don't Look Up last Tuesday.
Oh damn! I already forgot that we watched that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jonah Hill,
Oh, I know what it is now.
Leonardo
like,
DiCaprio.
I just
Oh,
I
I'm
forgot about
just
it.
saying who's in it.
Oh, what's her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
And surprisingly, I enjoyed this movie a lot.
I did
This
too.
movie was. I don't think it was good enough to be a movie club movie. I didn't think about it being one. We might have to add it
When has
later
quality ever affected the movie club?
because I didn't. No. It wasn't something that I thought we should recommend. It was
Oh,
just.
okay.
It was just
It
one
was
of those
just like,
Netflix
you know,
movies that everyone talks about. That
Yeah.
I'm tired of. That you're tired of. That we're all tired of.
I
That
was
we're
like,
just
"Let's
like
watch
we're not going
it."
to check out the things people talk about. But we decided to check out the things people are talking about, and it's good. It's actually really,
really
good. It's
good.
like it is literally how I think this world
yes.
would run.
You
right
can see, you
now.
can see how kind of like they play it off as it might be slightly a comedy.
Yeah, satirical.
and
But
then,
I'm stressed
and
out.
then actually you're watching it and you're like, no, I'm pretty sure a lot of that would like that's how it would be. Yeah.
So-
Mhm.
I'm not going to spoil much of it.
No, don't. Spoil
It's a
it.
good movie. It's really good. If you've got Netflix, check it out. It's a really it's
I thought it was
worth
good.
the watch. 2.5 hours long, but it flies.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really flies. it's good.
It flies.
Haha. It's
good.
just the main gist of it. There's a big meteor coming, and it's
It's like Armageddon.
it's more than Armageddon.
Well, I know, but it's like
There is a post-credit scene.
somebody finds a asteroid that's headed towards Earth, and they're trying to warn people about it. That's the gist
and
of
it's
it.
in today's day and age. Go.
And it's in 2022. What do you think? How do you think people are gonna react?
Yeah.
I started
Yeah.
Lego Movie 2, and while I like it, it just reminds
I've tried.
me how good the first one was.
And I've also tried
Yeah.
to start the first one, but I've seen the first one so
I know,
many
but we've seen the
times.
first one way too many times.
Wasn't that one that we went to the
We went
theaters?
twice.
We went twice. I
Yeah.
could have swore we almost went the third time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt if you and I we
Didn't
saw
we go a third?
you and I have seen Wreck-It Ralph twice, in theaters. We saw that, and we might have seen the
Jared-
Lego Movie
we did.
three
Jared
times.
took us. We went with Jared
Yeah.
one of the times.
Right.
Yep. Mhm.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure I just saw it twice in theaters.
Mhm.
But I remember blowing me away how good it was.
Very
and
funny.
I thought it would be nice, cool, but it's great.
Right. It's one of those most fantastic kids
I just watched the
movies.
whole movie in my head, though.
I
so
did.
I can't.
The special.
I can't
love
watch it. Right now.
His features are so plain we can't find him. Diabolical.
Ooh.
Stop.
It's a great movie. Good animation too, and they did a good job. It's pretty original feeling too. Chris Pratt did a good job being
Yeah.
being a
Yeah.
lead. Alex and I went back to Attack on Titan, and every single time we are about to launch Attack on Titan, which is the show where, would you stop?
Shut up. It's all leaning away like I've got cooties.
You got something going on. I
I
don't
got
know.
allergies, man.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
Alex wants to watch it, and I'm always like, I don't know. And then we watch it, and I'm just like, why did I stop?
But we always turn it on right when I need to take like a nap.
or
or
you're
something.
getting you ready for like you got to go.
Or
to
I
work,
have to go to work,
yeah.
or I got to go to. I have to stream, or.
Yeah. Just happens.
But like every episode is like,
Good.
what?
It's good.
Like it's good, and it's like, damn it! Now we have to watch the next episode.
Everything is moving forward. It's not a boring anime at all.
No. I
It's
can.
great.
I understand why it's
It's got the hype.
like a top tier anime.
Yeah.
By the way, I should mention this. Patrick asked that because I actually tried Doom, the 1993 Doom that's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And
You probably hated it.
it's very simplistic.
Very.
But it's fun.
You have no ADS at all.
It's funny because you're shooting a guy that's 10 feet in the
And
air.
you're literally
straight
yeah.
forward, so you just wait for the reticle to go
And he
red.
just dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I
So-
got most of the secrets just playing it just because I
See,
was
that's
playing
one
around.
thing. Like, I think I've played like 4 stages in one of the episodes. I've only found one secret.
Oh.
Like, where the hell can they be? It's you can't get lost in these levels.
There are some walls that don't work or don't fit in their actual
Yeah.
doors, so you gotta kind of just find it.
And I basically did it just for some achievement hunting.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
I just remember what I said last week.
What did you say?
Is it the I'm all out of bubble gum?
Yeah, you
That's
said that
Duke.
about.
That's Duke Nukem.
Yeah. Alex and I watched the Thor: Love and Thunder trailer that just came out. Looks good. I mean, it's a Thor movie.
The
We're a fan of Thor.
the Batman hit HBO Max.
I am going to be watching that.
When?
I don't know. When I get time.
We have way
When-
too much to
when
do
you're
this weekend.
driving when on your way. On
Yeah,
the
with
road.
what data?
We can download it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're true. Yeah.
HBO allows you to do that.
That's only going to take out like not even the 16th of our trip.
But it's a good amount of the trip to have on, You
Oh,
can
that he's
just-
going to be ignoring me.
Oh
for.
yeah.
No, it'll be over the Bluetooth.
Oh, so you want me paying
So
attention
you
to a
can-
movie while I'm
She
driving?
can listen to it.
So
She
you can
can't
listen
watch
to it. I can just have it up on the screen. You can glance down, glance down, glance down, glance down. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that.
You know, there probably is a few movies you could download that I have memorized from start to finish,
Toy
like
Story.
Lego Movie or
Yeah.
Toy Story or just Disney movies in
So-
general, and I could watch it in my head while we're driving.
So I told you how I have, or I watch Andy Griffith on Pluto TV.
Yeah.
So the other day, an episode comes on it, and sometimes I'll just have it on and listening to it while I'm at work or whatever. An episode came on, and I knew what it was in the first 3 seconds with no words spoken, just a music tone.
You have had this conversation with me before about this on the show, like 200 episodes ago, I'll say, where you could do that with Andy Griffith. And I said I could do that with Scrubs.
Yeah,
Like within the first few, like I know.
which is impressive for you because there's far more episodes of Scrubs than there are.
Really?
Isn't there like 9 seasons of Scrubs?
There
Yeah,
are.
but we don't talk
I don't.
about.
I'll go with 8
no.
seasons.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
we don't
I
talk
only
about the
watched
last one.
5 seasons of Andy Griffith, so
How many episodes are there?
there are. I think there's 30 in each one though. So you're
I still,
talking
I think
We're
Scrubs.
talking
would still
150
probably,
episodes.
I still think Scrubs would beat that.
I don't know.
They're probably in
Did
the
You guys
Scrubs
talked about
win
Scrubs.
this?
Now we need to go downstairs after
They're
the
probably
podcast
in the
and watch
low
Scrubs.
20s, don't you think?
What's that?
How episodes per season?
Yeah,
It's
they're
in
in
the
the 20s
20s.
for sure. It's on Hulu.
It's in the
Come on,
Say it again.
it's in the 20s.
Oh, come on, Brett. You
Come
know this.
on, really? You have an iron brain, and you don't know that when we say it
Are
all
you
the time.
Saying it the way it's said.
Yes, it's in the 20s.
Go ahead. I'm blanking.
We're the Millers. No regrets.
No regrets across his like the tattoo.
Yeah.
You're like you don't
How
regret
many letters are
anything.
in the
Not one
alphabet?
letter.
But what's he referring
He
to?
said, "How many letters in the alphabet?"
Oh,
It's in the
okay.
20s.
That's not a part I really remember. I can remember.
Really?
It's so like
I remember. Are you fucking happy? All right, let's go.
I love it when the firework goes off.
God.
There are 182 episodes of Scrubs.
Whew.
So
That's a lot.
I don't know the 9th season very well because I've only seen it. I don't even think I've seen it all the way through.
I don't think we watched all the way through.
I can't-
We were just like,
a lot of
So you
Scrubs
don't know how
fans
the
don't.
series ends?
No, the series ends
no,
in season 8.
it ends in 8.
Oh.
They try to
Nine was a
they try to
reboot.
continue it
They continued it with new people.
with new
Oh,
people,
that's
and
awful.
Kind of
that
like
was-
that 70s show.
Yeah, that
last
was a big
season.
no-no.
But instead of just one replacement, all are
Yeah,
replaced.
no, it's
and
no.
there's maybe like some of the leads are in an episode or two.
Sure.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
We're on like the second thing. We got to get down
Yeah, we
the
gotta
list
keep
here,
going
man.
here.
I got to tell this beer story real quick. Patrick, I hope you're still in chat because I'm hoping that you are listening to this. Brig, you're in our YouTube as well. We have to talk about this $15 beer story. Now, Alex
I don't want
was not present for this because it's on another podcast. It's on Patrick's podcast. It is the It Be Like That podcast. They're on Twitch. Go check them out. They stream every other Saturday. They go live after our stream is over. So I think it's at like 4:00 Eastern Standard Time. So, but they talked about this beer that's from Indiana.
Mhm.
It's from down in Indy, and well, they didn't. The co-host did, Brian, who is Patrick's relative / friend. they got a weird thing going there. But Brian's been with us in on Twitch all the time
Yeah.
now lately. He's been one of our.
He's a part of the squad.
He's part of the squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. And he talked about this beer that he ordered online. He thought he was getting like multiple beers. He only got 2, but they're $15 per. He didn't know.
Better be really good beer.
Oh, he talked it up like they were great. Didn't even let Patrick try them. So basically talking about if I was saying this thing is great, it was amazing. We could have had content. Sorry. He's saying it's a $15 beer though. Would you share it with somebody if it was a $15 beer?
Yes, be like,
If
oh
they
my god, you
gave
gotta
me
taste this $15 beer.
$7.
Yeah, there you go. Patrick could have chipped in. He didn't
Or,
even
you
like.
know,
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't even
if
discussion
I
there.
paid
think.
$30 for a beer, or for 2 beers. Here's a beer. Give me $15. You know.
There you go.
Or you could have just poured a little bit out into a glass and said, "Hey, try
That's
this
what
$15 beer."
Nice people would do.
Yeah, Brian, what an asshole.
So check out It Be Like That podcast. They've been doing it for a while too. They're pretty awesome. I did some of their graphic design work.
One of their fun things that they did that I really liked was when they were playing that one game with the sounds from the video games.
Yeah, they did a whole video game soundboard.
It was
and they
like
tried
a
to guess
sound,
them all.
yeah, it was like a 50 soundboard or
They did
50
like-
sound bites or something
it
like
was
that.
like 20 actually. It was a small.
I feel like it was like a lot more than that.
Yeah,
And it was
they
just
went
like
through all
only
of
like
them.
a second or two of like a sound bite from a video game, and they had to try to guess what it was.
Uh-huh.
And you played along with it, and you had to type in the answer and then see whether or not it was right. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty cool. I was
Right.
like, man, we need to do something like that.
They also tried mac and cheese on the podcast, and that was a great sound. Imagine the
Gross.
cheesy sound. All right, so that's the beer story,
Let's
though.
do the movie club.
Okay, I want to apologize. This movie pissed me off.
Okay, so it was so. All right, Brett, I'm gonna say this. Josh was so incredibly pissed off and tense through the first probably 30 to 45 minutes of this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna throw something.
Okay.
But the thing is, I was feeling it too because I also have another story. Like after this is all done, this is why I was getting so anxious about it. But like I couldn't even look at Josh because Josh has really bad road rage, like bad, and I think I do too.
Yeah.
But like Josh gets like
I do get mad.
I'll yell in the car, but when it comes time to like pass the person, I'm like.
Yeah.
But this is Josh.
You don't look at him.
Josh looks at him, flips him off, does the whole deal. Like I was like,
Hey,
Josh, you're gonna
hey,
get a shot.
That's why you
Alex,
don't do that.
This is pre South Bend. Now I don't do it.
Oh, now you don't.
These past 2 days
I
driving,
drove there twice.
I have been so calm, letting people do what they need. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Like in city here,
Like I have
maybe.
to like while we're driving, I have to be like, Josh, stop
Yeah,
it,
I mean-
stop it, stop it.
You
So-
just never know when someone is just gonna go off. And
I
what-
know.
What predates or at the beginning of this movie is
Okay, so the movie's unhinged, by the way.
are-
So why don't you
are
before
real,
we Brett?
are
shh.
real clips of people having road rage.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, Brett. Shh. Give
Okay,
him the
so,
synopsis,
the
and
movie-
then we'll start talking.
The movie
about
is
it.
Unhinged, came out in 2020. The synopsis of this movie: Rachel is a single mother whose bad day gets even worse when she beeps on her horn at a fellow driver during rush hour traffic. After an exchange of words, she soon realizes that the mysterious man is following her and her young son in his truck. The initial case of road rage escalates into full-blown terror as Rachel discovers the psychopath's sinister plan for revenge. Starring Russell Crowe.
As fat as you've
As
ever seen.
fat
them.
as you've ever seen them. I had to. I took to Josh and I was like,
That
"Is
can't
that
be
a
him.
bat suit
Right.
or is that him?"
That's him. Karen Pistorius, Gabriel Bateman, Jimmy Simpson. I know Jimmy Simpson. I knew him.
He was the lawyer, right?
Yes, lawyer.
Yes, yeah, I know him too.
So yeah, it came out in 2020. And yeah, have you seen this movie before?
Yeah, I saw it once before I
Okay.
suggested it.
But after sleeping on this, it has a message.
So
There's a lot to it that could have been done.
a
But
lot
I don't
of
think it was
it
done well.
Was very convenient to the story to make it as bad as possible. Like he turned on her tablet, taped it under her seat so he could see where she is at all
Low
times.
jacked her.
And
Yeah.
he stole her phone, which is why you always take your phone with you when you exit the vehicle. Alex. Apparently.
She doesn't do anything
I
when
don't-
she exits a vehicle.
I'm-
She leaves everything in the car.
I know, I do, yeah.
She's like, I don't need it.
Well, it's because it's just
Well,
things.
if you so she was in
True.
the movie, she's getting gas, she goes in to buy get some scratchers and a water, and if you exit your vehicle to go into the gas station, you always lock it.
Always.
Okay, I do at
Remember
the
the
gas
movie
station.
Breakdown?
So I do.
Same
I-
thing.
I do actually when I'm out in public like that. I will actually lock my car though.
Yeah.
I will.
So there's that.
So it sets it up. This guy he actually opens the movie by murdering somebody and
We
burning
still
their
do
house
we
down.
even know like
So you catch it. It's very almost. You can
is it
almost miss
his
it.
wife?
On the news story, I believe he gets fired right before he's scheduled for his pension, and his wife was divorcing him, so he kills his wife and burns her house down. I'm pretty sure, if I caught it
Which
right.
by the way was shot very easily, but very real life and very brutal.
Yes.
Immediately, I was like, dude, this is
Immediately
violent.
sank my stomach and I'm like, what the hell are we watching?
And he's on pills the entire movie.
Oh yeah, he's so, and I told Josh is because he gets shot, and he gets
Yeah.
stabbed, and all this, and Josh's like, why is he still up? I'm like, because he just chucked a whole bottle of hydrocodone. He doesn't
Yeah,
feel shit.
He is.
He's Andy's adrenaline right now. I'm like,
Right.
he's basically his body's full of morphine.
Right. So the guy gets pissed because he lost in a court battle, basically, and he's very not mentally stable.
He's,
No, he is unhinged.
And he's in the wrong from the start.
So, if you apply this to real life, I will do the courtesy tap, which is honk the horn if they're in a turn lane and not turning.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will not lay
I
on
do
the
not.
horn.
Yeah, I don't.
I've
ever
never
lay
laid on a horn.
The only time I lay on
Oh,
a
when
horn,
people do things like try to go out in front
like
of
if
me.
they, they're passing in front of you, or they brake check
About
you, or
to
they
cut you off.
like
and
they
hit
do
you.
it on purpose or something, then yeah, of course I'm gonna lay the horn down. But just a quick beep beep, hey,
The horn is meant to let other drivers know you are where they don't know that you are.
It's not meant
Yeah.
to
It's not.
be a rage
It's not an
thing.
antagonistic. It's
No.
not supposed to be used as an antagonistic thing.
The acting in this movie is not good.
That's about other than Russell Crowe and the guy you said, who I don't even think is all that well known. I don't know anybody.
Josh.
The acting is so dry.
Josh, put the camera on you.
The camera on me?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So you know how we were, Brett. I'm gonna make Josh do this because he just made me raffle basically during the movie.
The ending.
Just
The cheesy line.
no.
The
Just
last-
listen, just listen.
Hey, stop. The last 10 minutes was the worst of this movie.
of
Okay,
when
yes,
they're
that's what
fighting
we're
them
talking
off.
about. This is where he's driving around trying to find them, in the
Okay.
cul-de-sac and all this
He
other
gets
stuff.
lost.
So
Yeah.
you know how during Jeepers Creepers, whatever the one that we just watched, and I was
3?
like 3, and I'm making I'm like, there's the two cops or whatever, the buddies, like this is all that you see. It's just like they just do this. So Josh just goes,
"This is what Russell Crowe's doing."
Yeah.
No, you really you have to like get close to the steering wheel.
Really lean up on it.
Josh points it out, and he's like, I was like, can you imagine if they're on scene
He's
and the
lost.
director's like, just throw Russell Crowe in a car and give him directions to the studio with the camera rolling, but give him the wrong directions and see what happens.
He just got lost.
And keep texting me and tell me you're running late.
Well, he was supposed to get lost. That was
My name
I
is
know.
Maximus Decimus Meridius, and I am lost in a minivan.
Josh ruined the rest of the movie for me because that's all it was shots of him just like.
It became Mystery Science Theater for me.
Yes, it did.
I started making fun of the movie because it became a comedy.
It did at the very end.
Because the acting got so
Well, it became
extra.
very, very predictable at the end.
I was not saying when people were dying what was going to happen because I didn't want to ruin it, but it was so predictable. This movie was ultra predictable.
I think at the beginning when he goes and he's talking to the lawyer, I don't think you expected it
Oh,
to
no.
go bad that quick.
Oh no!
I knew he was going to die.
But
I didn't think he was gonna die. I just thought
Okay,
he
well,
was gonna
spoiler
get...
on this movie, by
I
the
mean,
way.
you knew he was gonna go
Ate
like,
shit.
Yeah, but I didn't know he was gonna straight up murder
Fucking
the guy
butter
front
knife
of
in the neck.
everybody.
Dude, with her freaking like brother's fiance, man.
Yeah,
That was
was
fucked
awful.
up.
and then he
Who holds a knife out like that, though?
that was
Well, I mean,
that's
if
that's
you
a
don't
movie
know what
thing.
you're doing and you're scared to death, like that's what you're gonna do.
You hold it up.
like-
But likely when she
down.
hits the front, it's gonna push his
Alex.
arm back.
Yeah, but did you see the force of him though? He was
Alex.
doing
After
this.
he was
down.
a
because
couple inches in.
You can't stop that. What?
I said that on purpose.
Whatever.
Few
But I
inches
was talking
in.
about the knife.
Yes, yeah, I get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
so this movie,
It was
It's probably
brutal.
not a good movie, but I enjoyed it. It was intense. I liked.
I
seeing how it
liked
ended.
so it was intense, and I liked that it's something new,
Sure.
like in its real life, because this
Sure,
is something
it's
that definitely
Definitely
can
real
happen
world-
or has
real
happened.
world applicable.
very applicable,
I-
except for
honestly-
some of the crashes.
Yes, I like to have my windows tinted for this reason. I don't want people looking in and seeing who I am in my car.
We should tint our windows. Yeah.
Maybe.
The end where she crashes a sedan into his minivan
And
And
it
it's the way that it
flips.
fucking flips.
She just
Yeah.
crossed the street with the car.
This is where
There's
Josh,
no way.
This is where Josh and I just escalates into just rolling belly laughter because it was like
It was like
Josh is
Boom,
like Josh is
boom,
like
boom, boom,
so
boom, boom.
I got up to go to the bathroom and Josh goes you won't believe this. I'm like what? Because this is after Josh is making me raffle with like the whole like
The
this is
steering
Russell
wheel.
Crowe. He's like you have no idea what you're missing. I'm like what? He's like he literally just got lost in a cul-de-sac. And I'm like are you fucking kidding me? And then after that I sat back down and then you see the car hit it and the van just goes boing.
Okay, but you do know that
There's
they
no force.
established that the neighborhood was a maze.
it's a
I
cul-de-sac.
know, but it's
I-
a cul-de-sac.
What's
He's
a-
in Cherry Hill and he's lost.
What's
That's
a-
what I was yelling about.
what do you mean? Like it's a residential neighborhood can be like
it's the
that.
dumbest thing
It
in the
was just-
world.
Did you ever watch Gone in 60 Seconds? They got lost in a neighborhood trying to get out.
I
And
know,
They stole
and
the Cadillac Escalade.
They didn't get lost in the neighborhood.
The
They got
Cadillac
they
Escalade.
got
Yes,
the
they did.
they got the cop off their ass by
They
getting the
said-
cop lost, not them.
They said, lost in suburban hell. He's like, what do you mean you lost? You don't know where you're going? He's like, everything looks the same. Which way is out?
Are you talking about? Oh, hold on. Nope. I was thinking of Nicolas Cage and
No,
Angelina
this
Jolie.
was Scott Conn and Giovanni.
Yeah.
Either way, I thought it was freaking hilarious.
So no sedan can flip a minivan like that
Yeah,
ever
that's-
in.
and plus, it's a little tiny Toyota. I think.
Yep.
It would
yep.
have just crashed.
So it's probably half the weight of that minivan.
You know, Alex. To be honest, I forgot about
Oh, no,
how
so
much I
this is-
raged
this was-
about this movie.
This was the big thing. Is that so we're laughing, and it's every time we start to stop laughing, and then all of a sudden
Something predictable happens.
Nope. she gets out the candy cane scissors.
The candy
And I
cane
was like, it's the
scissors.
candy cane scissors to the rescue! And I'm like, she's gonna stab him in the eye, isn't he?
Brett,
Bam! And I'm like,
I'm
yep,
gonna-
I got it.
I'm gonna ruin every movie and TV show for you ever for existence by saying this one thing.
Okay.
Nothing will ever be put into a film or TV show without it being there on purpose.
Like
Oh.
everything is like
Everything is laid out.
You don't lock your phone. That's not safe. Well, that plays a thing later. The whole candy
Right.
cane. Like, have you guys seen my candy cane scissors?
Candy cane scissors playing later.
Playing later. Like
Fortnite strategy plays in
Fortnite
later.
Trader.
Sometimes Yes, but
That's not even a fucking strategy.
You guys are looking at it like a movie.
Absolutely.
I
We've
know.
had this talk before.
That's
sometimes
Josh's fault. He makes me watch
watch
these things.
it as if it's real.
I know. That's what I tried to do, but watching it like it was real made me. I'm glad we turned it kind of comedic because I was really like, wow, this is like almost like too intense at the time. Only because like once we're done with this thing, I'll tell you why.
Okay. What's the body count in this movie, do you think?
Body count?
Mm-hmm.
3.
Or confirmed or
Yeah,
5?
Confirmed.
because you figure he probably kills Rosie, but you don't ever know if he does because he steals her minivan.
Mm-hmm.
So 5, because it's the 2 people at the beginning,
Lawyer.
the lawyer,
Mhm.
the guy that he runs into with the car,
Okay.
the like
at the gas station.
at the
You
gas.
don't know if he
Oh,
dies, though.
that freaking made me
Oh,
jump,
he's dead.
man.
His head?
Oh, dude, that's
Oh, yeah, he got
his
hit.
head got freaking smashed.
He doesn't get killed. He gets hit by another car.
Due
well,
to him
whichever.
pushing him out.
Okay, but
into
that's
the
still that's
intersection.
3, and then the fiance or the girlfriend, that's 4.
You forgot about the worst truck accident on an interstate ever.
Oh my god,
that cop car was made out of plastic.
It's made out of tin. It was made out of
Crunch.
tin.
No car crunches like that.
Too Fast, Too Furious has one very similar to that.
There is no cop car in the world that does not have a roll cage.
Josh put his hands in the air and was like, "Did you just see that?"
I was like, there's no way a cop car would crunch like a freaking pop can like that.
That's what it looked like, a pop can.
It just-
It was chicken.
It was a dump truck.
The Mustang on Too Fast, Too Furious
God.
towards the
So
beginning.
5, I was right.
How can I have realism
It
in this
crushed like
movie?
that.
There's no realism in this movie. We're forgetting about the woman with the makeup in her car. She's dead.
Do you, like?
Mascara.
Oh, never mind.
That
Oh.
went in her eyeball. I called that one too.
Oh yeah.
You're also forgetting
she hit
about the police. Well, no, we already called that one. The last thing is the man. The guy dying himself. There are 8 people who die in this
Oh,
movie.
yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, well, I was
Tom
close.
Cooper.
Yeah. So I got a couple facts about this film. Dutch viewers have noted a remarkable similarity between the film's premise and the Dutch thriller Bumperkleef.
Bumper what?
Bumperkleef.
Make sure you say that right.
It is
Bumper queef.
Cleef. Cleef.
Make sure you say it right.
Which is about a mysterious driver who demands apologies for a perceived road rage insult. Upon not receiving it, he starts a relentless pursuit of the perpetrator. Given that it was released less than a year later, the similarities are most likely coincidental, though. The candy cane scissors are a nod to the similarly themed Joyride.
I told you. I was like, this reminds me a lot of Joyride.
Yep. In which the protagonist used this call sign of candy cane to anger the homicidal
Oh my!
motorist.
I didn't pick that up.
Mhm.
I just picked
I
up
never
the
thought of
like
it either, but it makes
it just
sense.
felt like a
Mhm.
joy. Like I was like, well, it reminds me of Joyride, but
Yeah.
like with a twist.
Yeah.
a lot less murders in Joyride.
Yeah, just a lot more
it's
chasing.
just scary.
Yeah,
But
Joyride's
they're
just like chasing.
but they're awful deaths, like
Yeah.
the jaw being ripped
Eh.
off.
Yeah.
You don't see it.
I know, but
You see him briefly in the
You-
hospital bed without it.
Oh,
It's kind of through a like
It's
a
like
Yes,
a-
you
frosted
do.
cloth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is the first movie to be released in wide theatrical post-pandemic
Interesting.
when all the theaters were closing.
I didn't know it was in
Okay,
theaters. I
does
thought it
anybody
went
know where
straight
this
to
movie was
Prime.
shot? Because Josh and I, at least I swear, this was like a suburb of Chicago.
Wow.
Like that's where.
It
That's
looked
like
like-
exactly
Just
like where we
because of
lived.
the traffic, I assumed L.A.
Yeah.
I know. It looked. It looked
a little too Midwest for
lot.
LA.
Oh yeah, the way people were. Yeah, it definitely was not L.A.
LA doesn't have southern accents.
At least like
That's
that's
Southern
just how they
accent.
portrayed it in the movie.
They
I know.
portrayed it
It definitely
Midwest for me in
looked
general.
like a suburb of Chicago.
Yeah. My final note on this: Russell Crowe does not look good,
No,
I
it does
know.
not.
and he does not look good behind a minivan. But
He does. He is
this
scary though.
was a 2. I'd put it into a 5 due to the message that it gives. Do not fuck with people on the road, man. And I kind of
Listen
adopted
to
that
his
myself.
words.
Yeah.
So listen to his words. He's the one that.
Oh,
that
because
yeah.
he's the one who does it.
yeah.
Yeah, you do it.
It tries to antagonize people.
I don't try to antagonize.
Well, okay. Well, you do things that could be seen as antagonistic.
Right.
I give it like a 4 or 5.
I'll do
somewhere.
a 7.
7. Okay.
Like I like it for like the kind of the originality ish of it, like because it put me in like a real life situation and made me stressed, but that's the point. Like it did its job.
It's
So,
a thriller.
yeah.
You know?
Well, I had no idea. I completely forgot. Like I didn't remember what this was about. And then as soon as you see that opening scene, and then he kills those 2 people with like a freaking hammer or whatever the hell it was, and I was like, oh, what are we watching again? Like it just kind of like made my eyeballs pop out. Like, okay.
What's your movie?
What's my movie? Oh, I have. Okay, so I know Josh has already seen it, but have you seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
You've seen it. Okay, so the
Been
other
a while,
one.
but I have seen it.
My phone is not working right
Oh,
now.
and that reminds me, I was terrified of Christopher Lloyd's cartoon eyes.
I hated
Oh,
it.
when
I
I was a
hated
kid.
it.
I
I
hated it. That was the
I
worst.
hated his voice. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what was my other movie?
Scared the crap out of me.
What was my other? Well, come back to me because I lost it. It was.
You got it
You
written
alright?
down?
Do you not have this
I
planned?
No, I have a list. No, I have another movie. I just
Why can't you say it now?
because I don't freaking remember what it is. I think I wrote it down.
Was it a
Anyways.
fan question? Your associated fan question to this topic?
Well, you didn't mention the fact that you what you witnessed last weekend.
Oh, okay. So the reason why, like, this is really weird that this is so ironic that you chose this movie. Yes, you chose this movie before this thing happened. But I watched this movie in between
Why can't
you
I freaking-
telling me that we're gonna watch this movie and then us actually watching it, which was yesterday. On Friday.
I have no idea.
I think it was Friday. I don't know. Friday I was coming home from work and I was at an intersection and I saw an accident happen right in front of me where somebody was like, I'm at a stoplight in an intersection and somebody's trying to go. How do I?
Left.
Yeah, they've got the green, okay,
This
and
is
I've
gonna
got
be
the
great. You
red,
guys enjoy this.
and they're trying to take a left onto my street, like
So
coming towards
they're
me.
waiting for traffic to clear so they can turn left
Yes.
and go the
So
opposite
they have the
direction
green.
that
There's
you
no
were
yellow
traveling.
or anything. They don't need to like try to rush the light because it literally just turned like green,
Okay.
right? And because I just stopped. And all of a sudden, like, so I'm on the phone with Josh, like hands free, by the way, talking to Josh, and I'm like, there's one car in front of me, like at the intersection, and then I'm at the intersection. This car's taking a left, all of a sudden, like, just tries to book it in front of a truck that's going full speed through a green light, probably 35, 40 miles an hour, and you just hear the whole, and the left turn that this guy's trying to take is onto a very small one-way street. So it's not like you could take like a quick wide turn. It's like I have to turn really quickly, sharply, and then gun it. And the whole, this big Ford truck slams into the passenger side of the, like, it was like a little sedan. Like,
Yeah.
just bashes it in. And I was like, I just like screamed. I was like, oh my God. And Josh thought I got into an accident because he could hear it. Like,
Mhm.
glass everywhere, like all in front of me. And like, I'd never actually like seen an accident like that before. Like one-on-one, like bam, right in front of me. So I was like, oh my gosh, and then of course, like, so the person in the car that got hit he keeps turning left and like it just kind of keeps rolling. And I'm like, well, I get it. He's trying to get out of the intersection because it's like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock and it's busy traffic. But like, I could see the guy in the truck just like kind of putting his hands up, like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you moving? Like, we just got into an accident. Well, they ended up just kind of pulling off into like this business parking lot to like get out of the way kind of thing. But there's still glass and stuff everywhere.
Sure.
And I was like, well, I was totally a witness. And when the light turned green, which was minutes after, so you know this person wasn't trying to like turn left to get
Flee.
through like a yellow or something. Like, they weren't yielding. It was just, I think I'm just gonna gun it real quick. And thought wrong. And so there was a driver and there was a passenger.
Ooh.
And I decided to, like, I told Josh, I'm like, all these other cars are driving off. I'm a witness to this. And, like, nobody's stopping. Like, this is bullshit. Like, I'm turning around and being the person to go to make sure, like, are they okay? The Ford had, like, a scratch on it, of course. And then the sedan was totaled. And So I go and I find the guy and like he's on the phone, and then I see the other person and he's like, is everybody okay? And he's like, as far as I know, everybody's fine. We're getting cops out here. I'm like, okay. And he asked me to stick around for like a statement. I'm like, that's fine. I'll do that. And he was very much like, you saw it, right? Like I was okay. Like I was talking to the guy that drove through the light, and I was like, yes, you were fine, because I was at a red. I even had minutes to go, oh my God, what happened? And then some, and then it turned green for me. So yeah, you had plenty of time. Like that, he's like, I didn't think they were gonna go, and all of a sudden they just gunned it. So I slammed on my brakes. I'm like, well, thank God you weren't like looking at your phone and kept going. Like you heard him screech as fast as he could. Like, but that was not enough. And he crashed and bent in both, like all the door, like the 2 passenger side doors were completely caved in. So I was like, okay, well, what's going on? They bring an ambulance and they're getting this girl out, and she looks like she's like 18. She's super, super tiny, like smaller than me, and she's pregnant. And she was on the passenger side. So they loaded her up. I don't know what happened. They said she was okay. Like, or at least he said, I think she's fine. I'm like, okay. And then the other guy that was driving the actual sedan that caused the accident, like he looked like no older than 20. He was young. The guy that actually drove like the Ford, he was probably in like his 40s would be my guess. But I mean, I stood around, I gave like my statement and stuff, and then the cops were like, all right, well, I mean, you gave your statement, you can go. We're gonna go clean this mess up and make sure everybody else is fine. And then just made sure I was okay. And I'm like, oh, I'm fine. I just watched the whole thing happen right in front of me. But I've never seen that. And then so I actually had like, because I've got PTSD, like I've had that has like nothing, like my event has nothing to do with like a car accident or anything, but it like spiked up all of my symptoms, and I was like panicking and like dissociating and like on edge, and was like kept kind of like having flashes and seeing it over and over and over and over, like the car just getting slammed and like over and over. I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And then I calmed down through the weekend, and then we put this movie on, and that's all I see is just cars crashing into each other in the intersection, and people get mad, and I'm like, this is what's making my anxiety go through the roof. It's like seeing it all over again. So, but yeah, that's the whole relation to it. But yeah, I saw a car accident happen right in front of me. Luckily, there's, as far as I know, nobody died. I hope nobody died.
Cool story.
Oh, it was horrible.
Oh, okay. We got a couple of things to talk about here as far as like responses, and we got to talk about the fan question.
Yeah, because I love that you use this. I love the picture, because I got to say something about it.
This is so true, man. It's basically.
So do you read it, will you?
So me, I am such a calm driver. Nothing phases me. Also me. The left lane is for passing. Effing go.
What I love about this is that on this show, Alex has said that she tends to cruise in the left lane.
I do.
Yeah.
I get out of the way.
Now you do. After all these years.
And that drove me nuts, because I hate people that cruise in the left lane if they're holding up traffic. I don't really like it anyway.
I'm not.
If you're cruising, if it's a three lane, should be in the center or the right lane. And the left lane is for passing.
Oh shoot. Okay, I gotta turn my phone off or something, because I can't do it.
What are you doing?
I can't mess with my.
I thought you were whittling or something.
My episode notes are fucking up. I'm getting pissed at my phone. First paycheck, Alex. I swear to God.
Yeah, I know. We're getting.
I am going into that Verizon store and getting a brand new phone.
I know.
I am tired of these.
It's gonna happen.
I am.
How long have you had them?
3 years. Almost 4.
It's time.
It is past time.
It's past time.
It's way past time. You know, some say, "Oh, my phone can last forever. It's this and that."
Smartphones are not meant to last forever.
They are not meant to last more than a couple
That's
years.
what operating system updates are for, to make sure they don't last forever.
And I'm tired of it. It's really just gotten to me. So that's all.
So what sets you off behind the wheel? My biggest, so like I get road rage, not like I'm raging, but things anger me, bad drivers. The biggest one that I hate is in a left turn lane, people, they allow 6 and 7 car lengths between them and the car in front of them when they're on a green arrow.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Where they're not moving forward.
Like, get going. This arrow, like some green arrows are less than 10 seconds. You got 10 cars in line. Get moving.
There's one that Alex takes every day to work. That turn lane is sensitive. you got to get moving, man. It does have a yield. That's nice.
Sure, but
you know,
it's
at
not as
7
good.
in the
A
morning,
lot of them don't in Fort Wayne have yields on
Right.
the major
or they're only
roads.
yield, or they only have the arrow, and you're like,
Yeah.
you're screwed. You don't get on it right away, you're done. So, yeah, for me, I've got mainly not turning within a good amount of time of the left lane, and speeders that are 10 to 15 over, and I see it all the time. You know,
10 to 15. Like, if they can get around me, it doesn't bother me because
well,
they end up blocking for you if you want to go a little bit faster.
They're also being assholes, though.
Well, maybe.
You know, it's an issue
they are in the sense that they're not, following the posted speed limits.
Right, and that happens to a lot of people.
I think every driver at one time has severely broken the speed limit.
Oh yeah.
If you're doing it
You wanna
every
why?
time you drive, that's another thing. There's also the case of keeping up with traffic, which y'all have driven in Chicago, so
Speed limit's 50. Speed limit's
90.
fucking 80.
It's 80.
It's 80. That's minimum.
Right.
80.
80.
That's going with traffic. If you're going 50 around Chicago, you're gonna end up dead from a road rager.
I love this.
Be like, oh, they must be from out of town.
I love this meme because it's so right, because that's what you say when it's like, go.
This right here is the Chicago highway. Anywhere on a Chicago highway, when you have people that are
They're
not from
hanging
Chicago,
out like that, though.
when they're you'd
I've
be
never
surprised.
seen somebody
There are people, even the cops go like 90. I swear, and
They
then like,
can.
and no lights on. They're just like cruising
nobody's
through.
gonna tell
Like,
them. But the thing with the cop,
You
though,
can citizens arrest them.
if I was a cop, I would go faster because
You're getting to where
everybody
you're needed.
drives slower around a cop because
They
they
do.
don't want to be pulled over. So
They
if
do.
I'm a cop, I'm be like,
Yeah.
I get it, guys.
I know, but
you don't want to get pulled over, so I'm just gonna go faster.
Yeah.
Chicago area, okay, so it's like, so speed limit's like 50 miles an hour posted, right? Everybody's going 80, 75, 80 miles an hour, okay? And you see a cop come up next to you, you're like, people are like, oh, I should slow down.
People pass cops.
Really in Chicago, you look over, you see a cop, and it's like, oh, how fast am I going? 75? Oh, I'm fine. Like, that's like the only time we're like, oh, okay, at least I wasn't going 90.
I remember, I think it was a state trooper. He came to elementary school, and I forget what he was talking about. I think it was right before we were driving age, and so that would have been junior high, not elementary. But he's like, telling you, when you get ready for driving, you got to do this and this. And he's like, this is how we approach speed limits. He's like, I might pull you over if you're going the speed limit and it's raining out because posted speed limits are for clear weather. I'm thinking,
what?
what a tool.
Yeah, what a tool.
And
I mean, it
I'm
does
a cop
say
supporter, but
it
that
does
is
say speed limit.
posted speed limits. according to
Limit.
him,
That
are
doesn't mean go that
for
speed.
clear weather. So if it's raining,
He is
you're
right.
going the speed limit, you could be subject to a ticket. Like, that's the dumbest thing. I've ever
You
heard.
would be able to fight that in court immediately.
Yeah, very true.
There's no such thing as that. No way. You can fight every ticket, whether or not you
You
win.
might not win, right?
Yeah.
They're all. Yeah.
You
Can
have
I
a
say
court
what
date.
my
Go ahead.
What sets Alex off behind the wheel?
You've been waiting.
Okay, this happens to me a lot. Bless
June
you. When so I'm
Thank
in the
you.
left lane, just like this is just in town traffic. When I'm in the left lane, it's a 2-lane, right? We're going through the intersection, but the right lane is ending and it's turning into a 1-laner, and that there's signs everywhere that says this lane is ending. Please
People
merge.
Go up all the way to the last
People go
point.
all the way up to the last point and then try to zoom and cut you off to like get in front of you when there's no traffic.
Or they just expect you to let them in,
Or
because
just
they did
expect
that.
you to let them in. Like, so there's like, okay, because, everyone else is in this left lane piled behind each other. And that one fuck in the right lane who's supposed to be hopefully taking a right is actually, when you see it and they're going forward, you're like, that person's going to gun it to try to get ahead of traffic. And we all hate you.
So
Jesus.
and
I'm
calm
sorry. It really
down.
does. It makes me so
She's not even
mad.
behind the wheel.
Like,
man.
I'm one that if they're going to gun it, then I'm going to freaking gun it. I'm like, no, wait your turn. Get in the right lane, or get in the not the right, but the correct lane. Get in the left lane. Ass.
I will let
Ass.
people over if there's like a wreck or maybe not construction because you can see that coming, but if there's like a wreck and you kind of come up on it quick and you need to get over, I'll let people in. But when they purposely zoom up as close as they can get and then expect you to let them over, I won't let them over.
That is bullshit.
Why are people
Freaking
setting
hate
off
it.
fireworks right now?
I don't know. It's weird. There
I
must
thought
be
it
like
was a
some kind of
bird.
game or something.
They
That's
hit the
not a
window.
bird.
I thought a bird hit the window.
We had a comment on YouTube to mention Samantha says car's not going after the light turns green, sets her off. So that's pretty
common.
pretty common
Pretty
for
common
most
one.
people. Just do a little tap though.
Well, I
Beep,
guess
beep.
the other thing that really pisses Josh and I off quite a bit is like because we do a lot of cross country driving, is when there is a semi pulled over or when there is an accident and people are just like they don't get over. They just keep going 80 miles an hour like on the interstate past this wreck,
Right.
and I'm like, somebody could be coming out to get a tire or something, and
Sure.
you're just gonna sideswipe them because
Right.
on the interstate you've got like this much room.
Yeah.
Like that pisses me off. Like I get it. Sometimes you can't pull over, but at least slow down.
Sure.
All right, so we got a couple of comments on Facebook. We got one from Patrick who says, people driving slow in the fast lane.
That's not me.
Don't
look at me. No,
not
it's not.
using their blinkers. The ones that weave in and out of lanes. Brig trying to drive an automatic like a stick shift.
To be fair, if you're used to a stick shift, you get in an automatic, it's kind of like muscle memory. I'm not sure what he's referring to there, but I've done that where I go looking for the clutch where there is no clutch.
When our friend Brig, which if you go back to our Halloween podcast, we had everybody on
Yeah.
who's all mentioned on
Yep.
on the show. He visited here. He rented a car. I think he rented a car.
Yeah, you did.
He was driving it like it had a stick shift. It worked like it, but you could have just let it be on automatic. Nothing was changing.
Oh, he's talking about it, like paddle shifters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Driving it like that.
I see.
But he was like all over the place. And I get it. He didn't need to be. About killed us on Trier. Tell you that.
Yeah, that's yeah, I misunderstood Patrick, but that's funny though.
He says, let's face the facts. I'm not going to state that.
Yeah,
Patrick says this. Okay, most women drivers can't drive, and that stereotype is there for a reason. Love you, Alex. Aw, babe.
Oh.
Do that
Aw,
again,
babe.
Alex.
Love you, Alex. Oh, babe.
Here's I don't agree with that. I think there are plenty of, and he's probably just trolling anyway, but I will say that some women do not understand cars.
They don't.
Like,
Well, Alex
at
understands
all.
cars a
I
little bit
think
better than you think.
Well,
I do.
you've probably worked on your car more than I've worked on my car.
I just learned how to jump a car
Oh,
this
yeah, we
weekend.
jumped the Buick.
We jumped the Buick this
Good,
weekend.
very nice.
We hadn't driven that car in 6 months,
Pretty
so it needed to
simple.
be. And we got it checked out. Before people freak out, we got it checked out with battery inspection,
Yeah,
and
it's all
they
good.
said everything's
It's
fine.
running
Alternators
like a
great.
Butte for the next
And
few
it's
months.
how is it running?
It's great.
So what
Yeah.
are you driving to South Bend?
The Nissan.
He drives the new one. I
Yeah.
drive my
Drive the
POS
boat?
to like.
I drive the reliable.
Yeah,
one.
he
drive
drives
the
the
boat?
reliable car.
Mine's
I drive
called
the
Old
car
Reliable
that
now.
I know. Big Bertha, we just kind of take from point A to point B.
She's not
her
leaving
door,
the city.
her door, she's not leaving a 5-mile radius. Her door is being held together by duct tape. So
And
it's
the
time.
the front passenger's window does not roll down or up, so it's stuck in that
I
position.
mean, the car looks worse than the
You can't even
Cobalt,
open the
man.
car without
You-
being a muscle.
I know,
you know,
if you're a
workout.
passenger in this car, like you really have to like
You have to
force,
lean into
force
it.
yourself out of the car.
Alex, can you change a tire?
Yeah, oh yeah, we
Yes,
change
yeah,
tires.
I can change a tire.
The problem with newer cars is you got to be very careful where you put a jack.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can really mess
You can
up
really
your
fuck
car.
up your car. Yeah.
So you got to end up looking in the owner's manual and seeing.
Yeah, because
there's-
it
there's a
actually shows you
specific
placement.
spot,
Yeah,
you
a
know?
specific spot you actually have to place your jack.
We didn't do
Yeah.
that for our Cobalt, but we
Yeah.
did it for the rest of our vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Cobalt, we have that. We told that story. We got Jeff on Facebook says drivers with no concept of how a roundabout works. Here is a thing
That's
on
a
this.
good point.
Roundabouts, some people, Alex, panic in them. She doesn't anymore. First time she did one, she was like, "Oh my god!"
Multiple lane roundabouts.
I
can
deal
be
That
with-
that
confusing.
scares the shit out of me.
I deal with
I don't
multiple
like
lane.
it. Especially at night. During the day is okay, but at night, like I hate driving at night.
It's
by the
better
way.
at night because you got the headlights shining right in your face. You know whether or not they're coming.
Single lane roundabouts are fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. I can figure that part out.
I have a 2-lane one that I do every day now when I drive up to work now. So
I just
it's fine.
I don't like them. I don't. The two lane is like what's the point
Because
it
when you're in
depends on
that
the
second
exit.
lane,
yeah.
That's
you
the
are
second
going
exit.
all the way left.
When you're in the second lane?
What
When
about
you're in the second lane, it's your third exit.
out
Actually.
of 3 or 2 lanes?
2 lanes.
See? You guys don't even know.
So, well, the first lane on the right would be your first
Or
exit
and second.
and second. Okay.
It can be both.
So, and
So
the
if,
that would
if
make
you're in the
sense.
outermost circle, you're probably going to be taking a right. If you're in the
Correct.
innermost
Or-
circle, you're just going to keep going in a circle?
No, you'll go out to the left then.
You
'cause
will
can't
eventually.
turn left.
You'll,
You have to go right and around.
you'll eventually do a full.
You'll go like 75%.
I'll show you.
75% of the way through the circle.
Yes.
So if you start at 6 o'clock, you go up to 3 o'clock to 12 o'clock and exit at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
There you go.
That would be a
And
left.
what are the right? And that would be
God dang it.
confusing the shit out of me. I don't get it. I just did 8 o'clock. Like that would be left.
That would be a left.
I can't. I don't get it. You have to. We're gonna have to like dry erase marker. Like, hey, there's one right here.
Wait, you
Pull
still
up-
don't get it?
No, pull up the thing on here and just be
Are
like
you
this.
serious?
Yes, show people on
Let's
YouTube
say
when you're trying to show me.
traveling north.
Have
I'm
Brett
saying
do it.
north.
Give Brett the board and have Brett explain it to me, and he can teach everybody on YouTube what a roundabout is. Yes, we already know what we're going to talk about. Just use it as a display for what we're trying to talk about, because Brett's already screwed it up once.
What I-
Well,
Yeah.
whatever. Just erase it enough. There you go. Okay. Now, Brett, show the board to me and the video.
Put it on my camera.
Yes. There, put it on Brett's cam.
All right. Yeah, you're on it all the way already.
Okay. Oh, like. All right. So here's a circle, right?
Alex, you watching?
Oh, sorry, I was looking. You're right. Circle. Yep, that's a circle. I can see
Okay.
it.
So let's say you're traveling this way. You have to go right, otherwise you're going to go head on to traffic.
Yes,
right
I get it
here.
because it's going.
'Cause
It's going counterclockwise. I got
so
it.
You would, if you're taking a right, you would exit at 3 o'clock, like the face of a clock.
Yes. Okay.
So if you don't want to turn right, you want to keep going the direction you're going. You keep going up,
Do I get into Do I get into the middle lane then?
probably, but I don't think there's any roundabouts here in Fort Wayne that are multiple lane.
There is a two.
I know how to do a regular roundabout. This one. How do I do a double lane roundabout? Is what you guys are screwing me
We
up
were
with.
just talking about that.
Well, I mean, I will assume.
Okay,
So,
so
this is
I want to be in the inner circle because I know what the outer circle is for.
which way are you? Which direction are
Okay.
you ultimately traveling? Do you want to take a right? Do you want to keep going the way you're going, or do you want to go left?
I want to take a left.
Visual
Okay,
aids.
so then the right lane would be for an exit to the right,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which means you're turning right.
Yes.
So if you get into the mid or the inner lane, you keep going up, and you're likely not exiting at 12 o'clock
Correct.
because you want to go left, obviously. But
So then you change lanes.
then
there.
you would get in, and
I
yes,
have
you
to
would probably
change
get
lanes
into the
now?
outer lane. You could, well, unless if someone else is coming, you're going to cut them off if you don't.
Exactly.
They have to yield to you.
So how do I take a left if like
They
so
have to yield to you.
I have to
Everyone-
trust that
everyone-
somebody else knows
yes.
knows what they're doing in a traffic circle?
That is what. That's traffic.
Look,
chaos!
listen, if you are not, if you're in the outer lane and you don't exit at 3 o'clock,
Then you're an asshole.
you might as well, and let you know, if it doesn't cut off, it probably doesn't, but you could stay in the outer lane because you're
And
going to
take
end
whatever
up
lane
going
that
all
you-
the way to 9 o'clock and go west at
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Okay, I get that, but what if I'm already in the left lane? You're
How
tell-
did
You
get in
have
the
to
left
get
lane?
out.
You're saying I just have to eventually get out of the left lane, or else I'm just going to keep going in
Correct.
a circle.
Yeah, unless you're going to do
You
a
got a
U-turn.
lane change. Yeah. You got a lane change eventually.
So eventually it'll turn into a U-turn,
Yes.
but it's a circle.
Well, it is just a circle on the inside. Yes, but it's all a dotted circle basically.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think of multiple lane roundabouts because I don't think I've ever been in.
I take them. I'll do a video
Okay.
when I go tomorrow.
Are you
So,
gonna do
I
like
mean-
a dash cam?
Yeah, I'll do a dash cam.
Obviously, the right lane would be for the very first exit because that was the shortest. And,
Yeah.
and then you're not cutting off
And
anybody.
then that
So,
right lane
Brett,
coming
give
in
me the
has
board,
the same
because
one
this
turn.
is the scenario that Alex runs into, and then I don't know what I'm supposed
What
to
do
do.
you-
And then I
why?
freak out because Josh is the passenger, and he's like,
I don't
"What
know.
the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing." Okay, all
I
right.
think you're complicating it.
No, I'm not. This is how I freak out. Watch this.
You just grab the cap that has a little eraser on it.
Okay, so we got the traffic circle, right? Okay, I'm coming this way, right?
Okay.
I want to go this way,
Okay.
and I end up with traffic that's just 2 lanes right here, right? There's you could go here, or you could go here, or you could go. There's
Yes,
sometimes
but
a little
you're
thing here.
also you're going out from the circle.
Yeah, I know. Here, listen though. I'm already in the left lane, and there's a
Uh-huh.
lot of traffic, right? There's a lot of
So-
traffic, and Alex has to make it.
So you're
To
in
here.
the so it's it's like 4 lane going into the roundabout.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Alex is trying to get here. So eventually, what you're saying is I have to weave through people, get in this outermost lane eventually, and then go
Yes.
this way. But I also have to watch my ass that nobody is.
You don't have to watch your ass at
They
all.
have to yield
They
to you.
yield to you.
But I'm saying, like, what?
Once
what?
you're in the roundabout, you're safe.
I don't feel safe. That's what I'm trying to say.
Also, you should probably approach it in the right lane versus the
But what
left
if I'm already here and I've never gone to this area before and I don't know how to approach this traffic circle? So Alex is over here and I'm like, oh fuck, I eventually have to get over here. But now I'm thinking, I'm like, well, do I go here? And then am I an asshole for staying in the complete right lane the
Well,
whole
you
entire
can-
time
you
and then going
can
here?
Also, just merge. Rules apply of regular merging is just slow down and wait for someone to let you in to get to the right lane to make your exit. At
Okay,
9
but what if
o'clock.
I have a bunch of assholes right here that are like honking at me and they're like, I'm trying to get over into this lane because I have to go this way, but they're like, traffic's backed up and they're like, hey, you're supposed to be, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm
Listen,
like,
They're not going to do that because they have to wait for you to get out of the way before they can enter the roundabout. So you kind of have free reign, unless they're already in the roundabout.
there's a lot of pressure on me in a roundabout.
You need to practice. Like there's one out.
I know what a regular roundabout is. It's right down the street by Maysville. Okay, they
Yes.
put that damn thing in, and at first I
there's
was
that
like,
one. There's one even further south off of Maple Crest.
yeah, I know. There's that one too. Those are fine, but it's the double lane ones that get me every time. They turn into 2 lanes. And I'm like,
Whoa!
oh shit!
I
All
was
of a
like,
sudden
wait a
I'm
minute,
in
which
like,
one are you talking about? That one far south. That's like, oh, I had to go far south.
Honestly, if it's a 2 lane, you could almost make the argument that the left lane is for doing a U-turn because you're never going to be exiting out. Because you're always obviously going to have to exit from the right lane.
yeah.
So just get in the right lane ahead of
So
time.
basically, just get in the right lane, and I'm not going to be in an asshole if I stayed in the right lane the whole
the only
time.
way
Unless
is
it's
if
a
the
turn only.
if the right lane in the roundabout ends with its exit.
Now,
See,
give me that.
that's
Let me show you
confusing.
another thing.
See, that's confusing because I don't know. What if I don't
Give
know
me
this area?
Well, there should.
What
that's
if I
true.
don't know this
there
area?
should
And
be
then all of a sudden
signs.
it's like, oh, well, I'm not supposed to go over there, but you told me to get in the right lane.
Well,
So
if
how long
you-
do I
if
stay in the
you-
left
I'm
lane?
gonna fix all this.
If you had to
Josh
exit,
is going to
you
fix
could
it for
just
you.
make a U-turn, come back, and enter it. 4 times.
You kind of did a whole mess on the board here.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because 2 lane, double lane turn thingies, like turnstiles. What are these called again?
Roundabouts.
Traffic circles.
Roundabout traffic circles, Alex. Okay, so what we got going on here? Okay, so you got the roundabout circle here, and I'm gonna start drawing some lines. All right. So we got
Okay.
the regular road here of 2. Regular road of 2 lanes. Are you happy? My
Yes.
mouth is ah.
Are you talking-
I got it.
Are you talking about 4 lanes total?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's gonna be 2 there, 2 there. So there's a median here.
Yeah.
Put a squiggly line to the median.
So we're there. Boom. Squiggly lines.
Squiggly line. Okay,
Okay.
got it.
That
Okay.
looks weird. That looks really.
That looks horrible.
So you got this line happening here.
Now, what is
just-
that?
That's the
just
left lane.
That's the left lane.
That's the inner
Now
inner
this,
lane.
this right here is going to have an automatic U-turn here. There's going to be a solid stripe
Oh,
going
sure,
here
yeah,
where they're
median.
like, nah.
You can't drive on that.
Right. That's on all.
Not all of them have that, but I have.
But that's
seen
how it works. This is a turn only. This is a turn only.
it. Right.
This is a turn only. And this is a turn only. This is where you can switch in and out.
Yes.
That's how it works.
So I will tell you though, because I know that you know these a lot better than me.
Because I take them.
Well, I know when we're driving, when I'm stuck in the circle, I almost want to just be like, hand you the wheel. I'm like, you do it. I don't want to do it. Like if we come up on a traffic circle that has a double lane, I'm like, I want to do it.
For this reason, I don't like roundabouts that I'm not familiar with.
See, that's what I mean. Like if I know the roundabout, that's
once
fine.
you know them, it's fine.
But like if you're coming up.
Boy, this turned into a long topic.
This really did.
Get the hell out of here.
Well, that was
Hey,
the second
what?
question.
Chat's loving this right now. So, all right. Anyways, all right. Let's move on.
He
Traffic
said
circles.
drivers who stop at
Oh,
an
yeah, we
empty
haven't done
one.
the comments yet.
Yeah, this is the rest of his comment. Drivers who stop at an empty roundabout. Drivers who stop while they are in the roundabout to let others in. Let me tell you one thing that happened to me recently. There was one thing that happened where somebody on my way home yesterday, someone was turning left, but they were in the left-hand lane, not in the far left lane. They stopped on 30.
I've seen it where at the top
In
of
the
a
middle
clover
lane.
leaf off of an interstate or even getting on the interstate,
I've seen people
they'll stop.
there. Not like in the middle.
Like right before they're getting ready to merge onto the
Oh,
road.
so they're trying to yield too much,
Like,
over yield.
They don't keep going to merge. They stop and wait for a clearing to then get on. So like if you're going south on 69 to get off on Illinois before they change it, it used to be a clover leaf.
Yeah,
And at the top of that clover leaf, as you would merge onto Illinois, they would stop there.
yeah, right.
I'm like, and they almost I saw somebody almost caused 2 motorcycles to wreck because they stopped there instead of, trying to merge. That's just dangerous.
Oh, it's very dangerous. And people, I'm surprised, aren't rear. I haven't seen too many rear endings yet, but I'm going to probably see them. Okay, got a couple on Discord here. Make sure you guys are joining our public Discord. We got links in all of our channels, audio and video. So make sure you're joining our public Discord. Brig said, people going under the speed limit. People not instantly moving when the light is green.
Yeah.
People afraid to go fast.
Wow.
Well, here's
Breaks
the
a
thing.
fast pace.
Brig-
Brig,
is a
Brig
pass.
doesn't know how to slow down.
He drove I saw him take off at like 90 on his motorcycle when he was here. I said, "You idiot." He didn't hear me.
But
He's
motorcycles
not an idiot.
they do that. Crystal on Discord says, "Oh man, this is a question I can definitely answer. What sets me off is people going way under the speed limit on the freeway. Also, people who can't merge onto the freeway. You just said that, Brett. They wait last second to merge over, and then the ones who don't get even drive 65 on the freeway when it's more than 75 at least out there. So yeah, they she drives in California traffic.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
I can't.
You can
Actually,
do- yeah,
we
but
did it.
We did it. It's not
you
that
do
bad.
Chicago, it can't be that much worse.
Actually,
Okay,
LA's better than Chicago.
I'm gonna say LA is way better than
I
Chicago.
was gonna say,
LA
yeah.
is a lot more organized than
Oh, yeah.
Chicago.
Oh yeah.
I won't even attempt to drive in Chicago.
We were like we drove our vehicle.
As
there.
long as I know like where I'm going, like
Mhm.
where I'm going to be turning in Chicago, I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I can drive. It's fine.
Right.
Like I'm going to yell at people in my car with my windows up, and I'm probably going to be doing hand gestures, but I'm never going to do it directly to them. I'm just pissed, and I'll yell until I'm out of Chicago traffic, but then I'm fine. But I can get through it just fine.
There is a comment on YouTube. Josh slammed on the brakes while Q and I were on our bikes. Yeah, I didn't want to separate us from the red light. Ass.
Yes, you did do that.
I didn't want to separate us from the red light.
When who was on bikes?
But
Like Quentin and Brig, they were like
Oh,
following us.
Yes, but you can't slam on your brakes in front of motorcycles.
they got on the other lane. I think. I don't remember. They slowed down eventually.
No, I get what you mean because when people are following you, you
Mhm.
want to be a good leader.
Right.
Yeah, Josh
And
turned into a bad
so-
leader.
Well,
Okay.
that wasn't a good
Accidentally.
idea. But
Accidentally.
I understand wanting to stay with the people because cousin Andrew in the past has not been a good
He
leader.
separated you when you didn't have GPS, I'm sure, right?
I don't think I was driving. I think I was with someone, and we were going to a football game in high school, and he was driving the van with all the fans that dressed up. And person I was with was following him, and he was not a good leader. I was fortunate. I wasn't driving, but
Yeah.
I had to help keep an eye on him because of his driving style.
Yeah. You got a couple of answers, Alex?
I do. I've got one on Facebook from Kathy.
Okay.
It was my cousin. My mom's cousin, so it'd be my cousin.
Second
cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but okay. So family member Kathy, she says her husband Ed has road rage bad. He's so mellow until which is so weird because
he's a quiet,
is, like,
calm,
the calmest,
chill.
yeah, this is so weird
Dude,
hearing this from her.
He is so
I
chill.
know, right? He's so
There's
mellow
no way.
until we're coming up to a lane close, merge ahead sign. Then he's actively trying not to let anyone in, saying they should have merged way back.
I would do that. I would do that, but I don't.
That sounds like Brett. Should have been standing there.
Okay. So this does sound like him, Alex. Knowing Ed,
I
because
get it,
he is very particular.
He's a very particular guy. But like, okay, so saying
Follows
they
rules.
should have merged way back when they
Right.
first saw the sign.
Rule follower there,
Rule
like
follower.
trying to make people understand. I know somebody that did that too. That would like
That's
block
hilarious.
the lane so they can't get around you. It's like, no, you merge now because it's gonna happen anyway. Either way, you're getting behind people that are slower than you. It happens. I'm in construction now, and I'm seeing it. I just set my normal cruise, and we have sensors on our car, so it does adaptive.
Yep.
So I just let that go, and I'm just like, okay, if you're gonna go down to 55, I'm going down to 55. I don't care. I'm getting there the same time you are.
Yeah. I've got another one from Jersey Comic Crew podcast. See, all right, you guys have to explain this to me, and don't make me feel bad for being stupid.
Go ahead.
They said double parking.
It's when you're on the side street and someone parks next to you. And that's a common thing in cities.
What do you mean?
It's
Like,
crazy
what is
to
double
think.
parking? Like, when you're like, oh, you were double
So
parked.
you-
I don't know what that
so
means.
parallel parking, right?
So parallel parking.
So you
yes. Josh
park-
gets out the board again.
You park on the street, blocking somebody in so they can't get out. You just stop basically and get out.
Let's do this.
Okay, I get it.
We got four
So
cars
it's-
here.
Yeah, you
It's
got
not
4
a
cars.
street that's traveled much.
And someone just parks right here. And this is your car. That's double parked. And these people are going around them now. That happens
why
in
would
New
somebody
York
do that?
often.
And there's a great
Isn't there a Seinfeld episode?
I know,
about
but
it?
okay, so
Yeah.
why
They
would
get
somebody
stuck
do
in
that?
the liquor store because Kramer gets double parked.
But why would you do that?
Or
'Cause you can't
there's
find a
people
place
who
to
take up
park.
two spots at once. That can be considered double park too.
You
if
would-
you want to say
This
that.
kind of double parking is because you can't find a parking spot and you
Right.
need to.
And-
Oh, yes. Yeah, what Brig just said.
multiple spaces.
Taking up multiple parking spaces. Screw you, man. Learn how to freaking park.
Well, it's
Happens
a
a
lot of
lot.
it is like people with expensive cars. They
Okay,
don't
I
want any
will say
parking
this
next
too.
to them.
If it's an expensive
How
car, I
much
understand.
how much
but
does
I
this
see
piss you
bigger
off that you're
cars
like
doing it.
you're at the
Bigger.
mall, okay, our mall, which is like it's horrible parking. It's horrible. Okay, you're like, oh my god, I see an empty spot, and you go to turn, it's a freaking motorcycle taking up a spot. You're like, god damn it, motorcycle.
Expensive.
Freaking
Motorcycles
teaser.
don't even have to take up spots. They can take up lines that are like where you shouldn't park anything, and they
You're
can
not
be there.
supposed to.
They can be
Expensive-
there.
Like I don't care if an expensive car takes up multiple spaces if they're out far where
Right.
there's open spaces.
Right. That's fine. Then you don't even. Who
Yeah,
cares?
but
They're
you're
up.
like in front, like
Yes.
up towards the store, and you're taking up 2 spaces. That's just a jackass move, man.
I agree.
Okay, Woo Long Talks podcast.
Shout out to them.
Any form of traffic jam. So they're from over in I believe the UK, by the way.
Okay.
So I can
Oh.
understand that.
There's a great
Their traffic jams are different than our traffic jams.
there's a great scene in an episode of Andy Griffith about a traffic jam.
There is a traffic jam in Mayberry.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. It's great. I'll have to
A
show it to you.
traffic jam in Mayberry. Oh my! Is that all?
I think so. I'm double checking.
That's
this
kind
name-
of
like,
surprising.
Twitter.
You know, a lot of people get road rage, and a lot of people would have a lot of the same answers, but I don't think anybody repeated anything other than us saying what other people have already said. Like nobody repeated
Right.
anybody else. It's
Did
kind
you-
of crazy.
Did you check Twitter?
Twitter's clear.
Yeah.
All
right, we're good.
I'd be getting notifications on Twitter. We gotta go.
So
Yeah, we
because
do.
of Brett, we
we have to pick the movie, Alex. You have to pick the movie.
can I just-
Because of me. What did I do?
what is okay? So what's that movie? What's that movie? That Keanu Reeves movie that we were just saying? Replicants.
Replicants.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
watch that one.
You want to watch that?
Yeah.
You want to watch a Keanu Reeves movie about cloning?
I mean, it looks good.
I think that just got added to Hulu, right?
I think so. I don't know. That's where we saw the preview, and I was like, oh, I'd seen that
It's
before.
called Replicas.
Replicas. That's what I want to watch.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves with a shaved face.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird.
It does not have good ratings though.
You know what? That's why we're gonna watch
It's
it. 'Cause
got-
we can make our own assessment.
It's got Keanu Reeves, Thomas Middleditch in it. Yeah, we know him.
Oh, yeah, I like him.
The synopsis on this movie: a scientist becomes obsessed with bringing back his family members who died in a traffic accident. Came out in 2019. 18. Interesting. Replicas.
Okay.
That's what we're doing?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Alrighty. I think that let me check my notes if there was anything that was time sensitive. No, that can all wait for the next
So
episode.
what do you guys, I'm going to bring this up because Brett brought it up.
Okay.
What is your take on, and we're going to try it, what is your take on
This hot Mountain Dew.
Let's try it.
flaming hot Mountain Dew?
We should save it for 300.
You know, I told
Wouldn't
one
that
of
be
my
awesome?
coworkers that you eat extra hot flaming Cheetos and milk.
Oh
and
my,
we
I had some today.
We both, or she's like, "Oh my god, that's disgusting."
Oh no, I love
think
it.
we
That
should-
with a glass of milk. Oh,
do
my
you guys think
mouth
we
is
should do
watering
that for
so bad.
300?
Sure.
Episode
Oh.
300? That's in a couple.
Okay, so here's the thing about
No
the
show
flaming hot.
Monday. No show Monday.
Yes, no
By
show
the
this
way.
Monday because we're gonna be out of town.
Yeah.
So Josh, or not Josh? Why did I even say that? So last night I really wanted Buffalo Wild Wings because we haven't had wings in forever, and I was like, I really want to try the new flaming hot sauce.
They didn't have
Like
it.
it's like flaming hot Cheeto sauce, basically.
You know
for
it's
the
$1
wings.
extra for that? That's
I
kind of
don't
weird.
care. I wanted to try it, and both of our areas were out of it.
Well, DuPont wouldn't allow online ordering.
Oh yeah, that's
And
it.
the other one was out.
So
And I
we
wasn't
could-
going to go.
So we
I
couldn't
wasn't
go.
gonna
We
Coventry
couldn't
or
do it. So maybe we should do the flaming hot Cheeto wings, like just get a sample of them, and we should do the flaming hot Cheeto Mountain Dew on 300.
It's the Doritos Flamin' Hot, isn't it?
I don't know
Yes.
for what.
So that's
For-
basically
for what?
Cheetos, right?
It's like
They're
a,
copying Applebee's.
it's like a breading to
Yeah.
to it.
They're
Well,
copying
then
Applebee's.
what's the flaming hot Mountain Dew? What's that based off of? Cheetos?
Itself?
Like,
Yeah, Cheetos. But the Flamin' Hot is Cheetos brand. Frito Lay
Yes.
owns that. So that is all over the place now. Doritos has it now. Like the I think I've seen
Cooler Ranch.
potato chips have it. Yeah.
The Cooler Ranch.
Hmm.
There's Flamin' Hot, Cooler Ranch, and Doritos. now.
Which Alex and I bought a bag of Cooler Ranch.
Blech.
They're awful
Yeah,
now. Like
horrible.
I don't
I
like
feel
it
like they
anymore.
changed
They're
it.
good to do a
Yeah.
change up. I don't like
Mhm.
it anymore.
I just had it. I always go for spicy nacho.
Spicy nacho.
or
Spicy
cheese over
nacho.
Cooler Ranch, but
Dude, I would kill some wings if they put spicy nacho like breading on them.
Yeah, you would. They should do a whole Dorito line.
Yeah, they should.
We got to get out of
Okay.
here. We got.
Anyways,
do some plugs.
that's what I want to try on 300.
Gotta do some plugs. My stuff can wait for the next episode, which will be in 2 weeks, by the way. So, Alex, you want to plug your Twitch?
Yes. So if you like to watch me game, except this weekend because we're gonna be out of town, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings, except for not this weekend. Next weekend, maybe. Or yes.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know why I said maybe, but
Don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
not this weekend, but next weekend I'll be streaming. I'm playing a little bit of Fortnite, the no build mode, by the way. Playing a little bit of Fortnite, and
Yeah.
I'm also playing Destiny 2.
Yeah. We are going to be doing the Galahorn mission when we go back on your stream.
Yep.
So we will be doing that, and I don't know what else, the Galahorn thing. There's a whole 30th anniversary thing going on with Bungie right now that came out where they have a whole thing, a whole celebration of their 30th year with Destiny and all that stuff. So we'll be checking that out eventually. As far as my stream goes, it is twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You can find me there on Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. Not this Saturday, though, because I'll be out of town. But yeah, I'll be on Wednesday and Thursday evening, probably playing Fortnite, Warzone, Fall Guys, something. I don't know, something Battle Royale-ish. So I like doing that. Like doing the battle royales. If you want to follow our podcast on YouTube, we would like it if you guys like the video and also subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed, and hit the bell to be notified for when we're live. I don't know how our Mondays are gonna go here. We'll figure out.
Yeah,
an
we might
official
be
time for
changing up
sure.
our podcast schedule just with
Maybe
everyone's new jobs.
Yeah, Brett, did you work today?
Yeah.
And so you're off at 7 or 6?
4.
Oh,
I do 7:30 to 4 now.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. For our social media, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PTO Unlimited, PTO Unlimited _podcast on Instagram, and also find us on Discord. We have the link in our description of every video of our YouTube, and you can also find it on all of our link trees. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
On a final note, another shout out to Brig because he's still been answering a bunch of my questions about.
Are you doing
I've
computer
been
stuff
just
with him?
doing- Well, yeah, I've been doing. I want to change up my stations, and what I mean by that is I have a 3-monitor setup on my desk, but I don't necessarily like it.
Yeah.
I've never tried the
Why don't you get mounts like I have?
well, that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the actual monitors that I have.
You don't like them.
Well, I my one gaming monitor that was super expensive, I really like, but my Xbox doesn't look very good on it. So I've messed with the settings, and I've never tried a portrait setup before, but I actually really like that.
Yeah.
And just to have one, I don't need it, but I like it.
Yeah.
And then I bought a 24-inch to turn portrait, and wasn't big enough. I didn't think I liked my 27 better.
Oh.
So I've just been moving around, and then I started researching TVs because I've had my current TV for about 4 years.
You're on a spending spree right
And,
now.
Well, I haven't really bought anything except that monitor, which really wasn't all that expensive.
Okay.
But I've been looking. So the supposed best TV you can get for the Xbox Series X is the LG C1, and it comes in like, I think 48 is the smallest, 55, 65, 75.
I'd go for 48,
but
man.
the 48 is 1,000, and the 55 is 1,096 right now. And that's more than I want to spend on a TV. So I don't know if I'm just gonna. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I've just been researching the crap out of it. And honestly, so Walmart has that 55, which is the size that I have in my living room. Its original price was like $1,796, and it's down to $1,096.
Oh.
So it's
Doesn't
taking
take
a pretty
long
good
for
cut.
TVs to
Give it a
Normally
year.
you wouldn't think, but you got to be careful if you're looking for the features that the Series X supports, which
True.
is HDMI 2.1.
Right.
There are not a lot of TVs that have HDMI 2.1
And
yet.
what is that going to give you?
The 120 frames per second,
Oh.
if the game supports it.
Right.
But
Which most
um,
Microsoft released.
I
First-party
honestly
titles.
don't remember. I joined this group on Facebook called Series X and S Global,
Uh-huh.
but it's got like 125,000 members.
Oh, my.
And so there's just posts all day long about stuff. And so I've been reading a
So
lot
you've been reading a lot of their
stuff.
posts. Interesting.
And that's the dumb part. Like, I really like my Samsung TV, and I think it
Yeah.
looks good. I don't know if my eyes can really tell if it's doing 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, or 120 frames per second. Unless I'm seeing 120, I'm like, whoa, this is way different than my probably 30 that I'm running.
you'd probably tell the difference between 30 and 120.
Like
for
30 looks
sure.
good, so maybe 60 looks holy crap good, and 120 is like, what is going on here?
30 frames
I
is
want to
what...
see if I could tell the difference because I
30
don't pay
frames is
attention
what
to
we
that.
normally do on stream.
What I did, the
Brink said you will.
the LG, the C1 is an OLED, which is supposed to be like
Ooh.
I
incredible
Yeah.
love OLED.
looking.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll wait and see if it goes down.
So you're
again.
going TV shopping. We're going to be going cell phone shopping.
TV
Yeah.
researching.
We're going to be doing... Yeah, we have to research what we want. Do we want the new... The latest S series?
I
or
already
do we
have
wanna do
two
the
in
Flip?
my. I've already had two
wanna
in
do the
my
Flip?
freaking bag for
Well,
a
I
while.
should probably do another. This is gonna.
You just get into your
I switched.
upgrade time.
Well, I was gonna wait a little bit, but I switched carriers.
Oh, you did.
I did.
You're no longer with AT&T.
I'm
huh?
not.
Wow.
Oh,
I went
wow.
with something called Visible.
Oh, so you're on a prepaid kind of thing?
Yeah. So basically, but
Oh.
they use Verizon's towers.
Uh-huh.
I haven't noticed a lot of slowdown in whenever I'm streaming or whatever,
Right.
but it's $40 a month, and it's actually I'm paying
Damn.
$25 a month because I'm on a party
Oh.
plan.
Wow. That's cool.
And when it's time, I can get a new.
You have to buy the
iPhone.
phone outright, though, Alex.
You do, but we can talk off on. How
We
you
can
get
talk
around
off.
that.
Brad's like, I
We
can
gotta
get
get
you
outta here.
some
We've-
sweet
Oh,
deals.
You said
long
final
show.
note 10 minutes ago.
It's a long show.
It was. All right, guys. We'll catch you guys in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
What date is that? What's
I
the
don't
date
know.
on that? Let's
May.
get that. It will be in May. Yeah. So we'll
It'll
see you
be
guys in
May.
May. You guys have a good rest of your month.
Bye.
Bye.